talk shit. Oh wait. Oh no, we're live.
Oh no, we're
Yes.
live. People can hear.
I
what we're
haven't heard
saying.
that words in a long time. Gentlemen,
Who are you?
Yeah, yeah.
welcome. Nipper will be so happy.
I
He is
live
always
my life
yelling
trying to
at
figure
me
out.
every trip. Where's my carpets and coffee? You guys are killing me.
I live
wasn't
my
a
life trying to make sure I
PR.
please
That's
Nipper
not
in
as
some
good.
way, shape, or form. You know.
You should.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
He's a very scary man.
By the way,
Hmm.
I have to put on record because he will listen to this. Oh,
6.
Shit, now I messed
He
it
only
up.
has 6. He only has
No,
6.
no. You've
6.
forsaken me again,
6,
Owen.
6,
Damn
6.
it.
He's only got 6.
We just
6.
did the show with Justin. It wasn't 6.
He has 13.
Yes. 13. Yes.
13.
I said 6.
13.
Right.
Now, what
Oh,
the heck
I-
are y'all talking about?
Rattlesnakes.
Rattlesnakes.
So Rob has
How many
like,
rattlesnakes do we have?
Rob has like what?
He's almost
19?
done.
Yeah, 20. Yeah. Whatever.
No, he's in the
No.
high 20s.
He's in the high 20s, I think, and then Justin's
Yes.
right behind him. You're in the teens.
No, not what? You're all wrong, dude. I'm 21.
So what the fuck was going on
You're
with the
full of
freaking
shit,
Then they don't.
Owen.
Then Justin doesn't know shit because I was listening to the Reptile Fight Club and he's trying to do the numbers and he was all over the place. Then
Yeah, so see, it's not just me that doesn't
yeah,
know
it's
the
everywhere.
numbers, but I know my number. It's
Okay,
21,
all right.
and he's 20. He's one behind me. which
Justin's
gets
the
in
one
his
behind you. So
craw.
Rob is in the lead. You're
Yes.
behind Rob. Justin's
Yes.
behind you. Then there's, Nipper,
Dustin.
and then I'm
Dustin. Don't forget Dustin.
Dustin.
And
I assume
then-
is somewhere in there. Yeah.
Yeah, and then Nipper, and then you.
See, the problem is that the guys that live in like rattlesnake territory where there's multiples, like
Yeah,
all
that's
I
not
can do is,
fair.
all I can do is go out and get timber like 20 times. I'm all
yeah,
good,
but I don't
whatever.
live in those places.
Yeah,
He found 4 tigers.
4
That's
tigers.
that's my favorite rattlesnake, and I haven't seen it. That's the one that they have up on me. Price Eye.
Yeah,
Rob has Price Eye
yeah.
and the tiger.
I'm dying to do
rattlesnake
the
and
whole.
couple
I really wanted to see a blacktail. I just happen to be never near any of you when you see blacktails.
Oh, and are we going to the Breeders' Cookout on July 6th? I don't know.
I don't know.
Perhaps.
I could assume that I was told about this, but if you think anything stayed in here for a while, I don't know.
So yes, it's we're back to Friday. We're supposed to do Monday, but now we're back on
Then we're
Friday.
back to Friday, then
because
some
we
other
didn't
stuff
want another week
happened,
to
and-
go without
Yeah.
going.
Since
But
we've become more liberal with how we do the shows, it's been all over the goddamn place. I need rigid
dude, I've had a
time
rough.
shows.
Yes,
Like
I need
as
to go
we
back
were.
to that. Yes,
It is
yes.
this day on
Yes.
this
Oh,
time. and
there's
this
Justin.
is what we're
What's
doing.
up, Justin?
I just
Yeah.
did.
Yeah, we just did a show with Justin about pygmy pythons.
Yes,
It'll be out Tuesday.
They're
Yeah, it
small.
Should be yes, very small.
Yeah.
The smallest.
very.
July 6th. Yeah, I think I can oh wait. Is
Mm.
that the day of Keith's thing?
No, that's the 13th. Because
Oh,
I
might not
did
be
the
able to
same thing
get
you did.
that
I
off.
forgot, and then I had to go through the text messages because Oaks Reptile Show is the 13th. So I will be skipping Oaks because I'd rather go hang out with Keith.
Yeah. Speaking of Keith, he got his book. and
Yes.
I got mine.
Mine is somehow
Um,
lost in the ocean.
So yeah, yours. This is Narwan Owen Pelly Python Connecting Captivity and Conservation, number 98, by the way.
Mm.
In the series of how many there are. Little message there from Gavin, and yeah, it's pretty cool.
Fantastic.
Have you
yeah, I
I gotta
really
get
like
my
it a lot.
hands on one of them.
have you thumbed through
Well-
it yet? He apparently I was looking
Have
at
I
a
thumbed
thing
through it?
that
Yes.
said today that he would ship to Europe and the US. So I don't know if he's opened it up to US shipments.
He
But,
did.
Yeah.
He did. You can go through a link that he has. I bought 4 of them for our group, but I only got 1. So maybe the other ones are on the way. I don't know.
You figured they'd all be in one box though, right?
Well, it came kind of like in a
Envelope.
yeah, like one of those bubble
Mm.
wrap envelope type of thing.
Well, we'll
Oh,
see.
bellies are
Hopefully
cool,
the other
man.
ones.
You don't realize how different. Like some of these pictures, they're really like different
Yeah.
looking. Yeah, very cool. I like that he has the whole story of the project and like going to the Aboriginals. And
That's what I'm
getting
dying to read
permission
through.
and yeah.
Yeah.
And then he's also got the pictures where they're like doing the eating the bird and like the rats on the chain.
hmm
He's got other pictures of pythons maternal incubating in here. I don't know what that was. I guess he's just talking about maternal incubation. I think he's done
Sometimes
it with. But
I don't know. Has he done it with the Owen Pillies?
I don't know.
Is that
I
one of
think
those
so.
ones where it's like, I don't want to leave this to you. Give me these. Like it's
Yeah, I would imagine with something worth that much, what do you do? You know, but yeah, great book. I guess if there's a link, I'll put it in the show notes. But
yeah.
I thought the shipping was going to be crazy. That's why I kind of ordered them all together. And then I don't know. I only got one.
I don't know. Hopefully they come. Otherwise,
Yeah,
paid $400 for one book, and that's
it's an expensive Owen
a very
Pelly book.
expensive book. Yeah, I
That's
don't
like
know.
a first
Yeah.
edition complete carpet python on eBay.
Not yet, but soon. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I have 3 of those.
I had one. I sold it for about
Did you?
$400.
Are you serious?
Did you really?
Yeah, before the second one came out. Hell yeah.
Really?
Why would I keep the old model?
What?
He's such a youngster. Get rid of the old thing.
A new one? Yeah. Like it.
Well,
It is true. I mean, there's so much more information in that. I don't know. I guess it's nostalgia for
Listen,
me.
when I die, they'll
never
sell
gonna
the
read
books
it
behind
again.
me. Yeah.
But I should have. You know what I should have done? Is just shared the picture so I could. Nah,
Picture
never
of the
mind,
what?
I won't.
Oh,
Huh?
this is the
No,
time
I
to
have
look.
like, you know how I put it in, I make it digital. I like copy it in.
Yes.
So I have
yes.
it digital in my phone and, an iPad.
You can make
and all
so
that.
you can
That's
Wow,
what
we
I
got a
did
bunch-
with the carpet.
it's so we
before
can
I
make
sold it.
notes. It's like
There you go. Oh,
yeah.
okay. So you still have it somewhat.
Yeah, I've
Oh.
got pictures.
That's all that matters, right? So you can read it.
He Eric flies and then he's got his iPad and he'll make notes in books and stuff like that. So he's got them all scribbles
do.
and stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
I've been I've been doing that for a long time.
Nice.
It's like carrying your whole library with you on the it's equivalent. Lucas, you'll appreciate this. No, maybe you won't. You're too young. But back in the
Excuse me.
day, yeah, you're way too young for this. But
I'm an old soul.
just
Bitch.
you will.
it'd be like having the
Ju-
library
Justin,
in
Robert.
your pocket.
maybe Podrick, he might, yeah. But like if you wanted to listen to music in your car when you were driving around, like in my 20s, like you had to pick a CD and like
Oh,
you had
oh,
the CD
Eric,
or a tape, either one.
go to hell. I had tapes and CDs.
Okay.
You had to pick the tape deck and put it in and then
But
rewind it.
you could only have as much as would fit in. It's like when you had cassettes, it was kind of like you had to put them in. You had one of those cassette boxes where you had like all your
CD
your
book.
favorite cassettes in it, and then you had your CD book.
Yeah,
But dude, it's nothing like having an iPhone because now I have the entire music, anything I want to listen to music wise. I just say, "Hey Siri," and then
but then you
say
still
what it
but
is.
you still have your core like 10 like
shit.
Siri heard you.
See?
Siri's talking to me.
Look what you did.
We have web results, Mike. 8 tracks. Oh shit, these guys are 8 tracks.
It's so hard
Yeah,
to
if
put
someone
the needle
broke
on
into
the
your car,
record
you
as
were
you were
screwed.
driving.
You could steal whatever, but don't steal my CDs, man. What the hell?
Take my money,
And-
just leave my CDs.
And right when I was started playing in like cover bands, it's like right when Napster was coming out and that whole thing, so you could like download songs because it would be like
Illegally.
you go to try out for this band and they would do these like I don't know Come On Eileen or some like these obscure songs that you would like you would never go and buy the album or something. Yeah, exactly. And then it's like, okay, how am I gonna get this song? And how am I going to learn it? And there was no YouTube. There was none of that shit.
Oh,
where
yeah, you
you
gotta
could, like,
find-
look it up.
Like
Yeah.
only if the band's famous
Different
enough
world.
to get the artist tab book, right?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
No,
Otherwise,
but
you had to do it by ear.
if you look at
Oh, man.
a graph of revenue in the music industry, as soon as
Uh-huh.
Napster happens, it just goes whee, like the Grand Canyon that you almost died on. Like that was the death of being a musician for a living.
It's a true story.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Grand
Yeah.
Canyon. I can say that I did it.
I'm very proud of you, and I'm glad that you're here.
I'm glad you didn't die. Yeah.
I'm glad I made it too.
Yeah.
There was parts there where I thought Nipper was yodeling me.
No.
Yoda in me.
Really? Was he doing that off the mountain? Because that's not good.
Yeah. And then I watched it. I watched a video. I think I talked about this on NPR. I watched a video of what it looks like during the daytime because we did it at night. And when you kind of like look over the edge, yeah, man, it was.
Yeah,
it was
no,
pretty crazy.
I'm not sure if
Pretty
I would have been
dodgy.
able to do it
Definitely
during the
the
day.
peak in it,
Yeah.
but it was fun. So, what have you guys been up to with drinking any coffee?
I mean, I have been.
yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Every day.
Yeah, every day.
Every
Yep.
day.
So
Okay.
there's a place up by me that's called Reading Coffee Roasters. So they actually do small batch coffee, and it's been like right down the road. So I went and I got some of their stuff, and they mixed up a batch that, because I told them I do cold brew stuff more likely, so they kind of did that, and it's very, very tasty. So, and I was going to bring the wrapper, but I threw it out. So here we are. So it's delicious coffee. Yeah.
I finished up
Really?
my cold-blooded caffeine packages and haven't gotten more yet, but I will.
I want to order
And-
the Black Python one next.
Oh, absolutely.
I looked for that.
Really?
I
Did you not see it? Is it
no.
not out? Was that just a promo? Was
Maybe
it a
it's
dream?
exclusive for you. I don't know. I,
don't
went
know.
there
Maybe,
looking for this
maybe
Black
I'm that
Python.
important. God damn it! Finally, someone
Finally.
gets it.
Well, we're going to talk about
Finally.
some different Black
Finally.
Pythons later in the show, not the ones you're thinking of.
Black-headed ones?
Now, you
No. Oh,
you didn't
ruined
study. But
do I ever?
I'm trying to tell the people what coffee
I'm
I
sorry.
was
Go ahead.
drinking.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yes.
I've been drinking Mother Tongue Peaberry again, which I know
Oh.
Eric, you tried last
Yes.
year after I said it was really good, and it's still really good.
Really? Yes, it is.
I
good.
said it was really good, and guess what? Still is.
Didn't
so
get
good.
worse. And the beans are like little tiny beans. They're like half the size of normal beans.
Yeah, they are. It's
Yeah.
kind of weird.
I like it.
That's pretty good. It's good
Mhm.
stuff. I've been drinking Black Velvet. It's Atomic Coffee Roasters.
Sounds like a nightclub.
Black Velvet is the most
Yeah.
exclusive.
Yeah, you know how I like that dark whole bean.
Yeah, darker than your soul. Yeah.
Yes. Yes. It
I'm
is
still waiting
there.
for
I
it.
just
Oh,
found it.
cool. Oh,
Oh,
and it's
you
gone.
just saw it? Oh, shit. Damn. You got dial up over there? What's going on?
Yeah. He's like, hold on. If you send me a picture, I have to turn this crank really fast.
Oh, look, they put like Gandalf on there.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh no, Lisa had two of her clutches crash this year. That's a shame.
I'm sorry, Lisa. West Coast is challenged this
Been sh-
year.
I
Yeah.
think people have clutches that crash throughout the board, and I think it sucks every single fucking time, especially if, like in Keith's thing, where it was like fully formed, dead in the egg kind of shit. Like I hate that.
Yeah.
Die early, and then it's like whatever. Fully
Yeah.
formed, go to hell. Like it is.
I completely agree. I had one Western blackhead leave the egg and die next to it. So, so it's the
That's-
worst.
Oh, no.
I had a super caramel slash its egg, and then come out and slash into another egg, go into that one and drown. So it drowned in its brother's egg, and it's like, you dumbass, like you weren't meant to live. So
Some of them need to be monitor food in the wild.
yeah.
Yeah.
That one, if it had lived, would have been the best breeder I ever had, passing on its dumb genes to every single baby. Yeah. There you go. See?
Yeah. Bolin's brew.
Yeah.
It's in the middle.
I like it.
Great logo.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
give that a shot.
I'm gonna order it as soon as we're done.
Excellent.
There's a link, isn't there? In
I
our
don't
show
know.
notes?
You just found it. Like I don't.
No, I mean there's a link if you want to buy it, right?
I probably.
So the coffee I had is from Honduras and Indonesia. It's like a blend. So
Because
very
those two places are far apart. Yeah.
yeah. There's there was what do you call it? The Klubert Fest is a go. The guys did some kind of recording last night. I don't know the details of it, but I do know that it's a go because
Yep.
I just edited the podcast and put it up. That I think they said they're having it in Indianapolis.
Yes, from what I talked from the last time when I was on their show.
Look at you, special.
Listen, when you breed other species than just Morelia, you get invited places. Okay, if you even breed Morelia,
I don't even breed and I get invited places. What are you talking about, bro?
Nice. Excellent.
I saw you turn that around on me. Good job.
You've taught me well.
Very good. You're learning finally. Yeah, it's like the end of the montage. But they were planning on it. I think it's a 3-day thing. Like it's a Friday setup, and then Saturday, Sunday, they're gonna have symposiums and talks, and then a reptile show. I think on Sunday. So it's Saturdays.
ICAST 2.0.
It's like ICAST, but imagine there's no show after the talks. There's just the show Sunday. Because you remember at ICAST, nobody really paid any attention to the show until Sunday anyway, because they were all going to talks and stuff like that. So
yes,
that's what.
And I would imagine Zach is probably lining up some pretty good speakers. Would be my guess.
Yeah.
Are you speaking, Lucas? Maybe you are.
I'm not. I wish that I was going. I'm not going. I know.
You don't want to have a PowerPoint presentation of the mystical Lake Chapala garter snake.
We could talk about those later.
You can stretch that into a presentation.
I have Chapala news, but no. I think Roy from Project Herpetoculture is going out there. I'm not sure if he's talking, but he might already be there. Yeah,
I'm thinking about going. It's not that crazy of a drive to go, and I wouldn't mind going out there and wandering around. September?
It's September.
The IHS thing? No, I think it's this week.
No.
Oh no, we're talking about Colubrid Fest.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I lost the plot.
Yeah, by a lot, man.
Wait, Colubrid Fest? You think I'm speaking there?
Yeah.
Why not?
What do you think Lake Chapala garters are?
Oh, I get it. Okay. Well, okay. I can
where are they in your mind?
I can explain. I completely got off track because I was looking for our weekly coffee news.
Okay.
So you weren't paying attention and got caught.
No, I was finding the answers to the test during the test. And in this week's coffee news,
what do we got?
From the Washington Post.
Why is this a segment?
More good news for coffee drinkers from a study of sitting and sipping. Sedentary coffee drinkers had a 24% reduced risk of mortality compared to sedentary non-coffee drinkers. So for all you lazy fat sacks of sedentary out there, sip some coffee and your chances are better. Yes.
All right.
Yes. That's been the coffee news.
That's it. That's all. Okay. Well,
if you won't get your blood pumping, make drugs do it. Caffeine, maybe.
The caffeine will do it.
I'm pretty sure that's the only reason Jim is still around. So
Yeah. I think that'll be my only way into old age. It's the amount of coffee. It's the only way I've made it up the Grand Canyon. It's just the amount of coffee.
Well, the problem is that so Jim's like, oh, my cholesterol's fantastic, Dad. You're on so many drugs that do that for you. Like, I don't know why you want.
And
you didn't do shit. So it's but no, Colubrid Fest is 27th, 28th, and 29th of September at the Indiana Convention Center in Indianapolis. So
okay.
I am seriously considering about going. If they want to pay for me to come out there and talk about Madagascar hognose, I will. Just that out.
You can even show them what it's like to get bit by them, right?
Dick.
Boom.
Yeah.
You'll have a whole photo set because it's not just once.
It was once with a bad reaction, and
I'm joking.
You, sir.
I'm joking.
That's right, Patrick.
I think that you're doing great, man.
I'm surviving. It's still, it's when the day comes when the Boyega gets me the same day that the Baron's Racer gets me, and the Mad Hog gets me all in the same time, and those different Venoms all mixed together. That'll be what kills me.
I don't think
No.
that would kill you. I think it would make you some kind of superhero
Stronger?
person
Yeah.
thing. Yeah, I just see you as becoming like this.
I mean, it's
Yeah.
there's only one way to find out. We'll have to see.
Mm.
But
Mhm.
but yeah, no more. I'm drawing the line here. I'm good. I don't want to go any further. This thing of like maybe I could handle a
You're not getting any spitting cobras.
yeah, maybe
anytime
I could handle a
soon?
rhino
No,
viper. No, like no, I'm
no.
good here. So I've towed the line. I know where it is now.
Wow. Robert wants the carpool. Yeah, maybe we can make that happen.
There you
How
go.
far is Indianapolis?
I mean, what would Tinley was like? What?
17 hours, 16
Yeah,
hours.
and it's got to be closer than that. Let's find out.
It's one of the only places I haven't been in this country.
Indianapolis?
Indianapolis.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
You've been everywhere else. Well, I
Slash
guess
like that whole state.
touring. You know,
Yeah.
but like, does
yeah,
touring count?
touring.
Like, you go, you do the show, you leave. Like, are you? do
I
you have
mean, I
time doing
was
other
I
stuff?
was there.
True. You know, I was in LA for 5 minutes. Like it was,
Yeah,
yeah.
you were there.
Yeah. It
Yeah.
counts.
All right. Okay, fine.
Indianapolis.
It's going to be, well, it's 9 hours and 20 minutes from here.
From
But
you?
it's a straight freaking shot. Yeah.
That's not bad. 9
Nah.
hours?
Nah.
I could wake up at 5. We'd be there at 1.
What?
We could be on the road at 5. We could be there like 1, 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah.
That's like a shift of work.
I do that. I do that on a boring day. Yes, Eric, we got it.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, it's not bad to do that. And it would just be like, you know, I think you would just
I
do
didn't
like
hear-
you'd probably just take off the Friday and then the Monday, because if you go out, I don't think they're gonna do things immediately on Friday during the
What
day.
do you
That's
think
like
I'm
a
the
setup
boss or
day.
something? I can't
Yeah.
take off Friday,
Oh,
Saturday,
listen.
Sunday, Monday.
Listen,
What the
listen.
hell?
Some of us are still lower in the thing. You can just be like, I'm leaving. Like, you know, that's yeah.
Yeah. Alex says Daniel Natush Scrub Python episode last night was pretty interesting. I
Gotta
must
check
listen
that
to
one out. Is that on Cush's Corner?
Yes. Yeah.
Mm.
Excellent. Shout out.
Yeah. Daniel, he's a cool guy.
Yeah.
Well, what have you been up to? How's your season? Let's start with you, Lucas. I know what's going on with you, Owen.
Oh.
Well,
You
let's
put it
see.
that way.
All in all, I have to be happy with my season. Not necessarily because I produced a ton of stuff or hit on everything, but nothing bad has happened, and so that's a win.
Knock on wood right
especially-
now.
Okay,
Thank you.
Oh,
especially compared to recent years. So you know the
Well-
Womas. What? Go ahead.
I mean, you
What?
also got the Woma pairings that you really, really wanted. So you're like, oh, I mean, it's a kind of okay. I'm like, you got the pairs you really wanted. That's a good thing.
Yes, but I got like 14.2 or 12.4.
We're not.
So-
You can't pot. You can't. You want it perfect. You want like perfect number of pairs.
I
out of
don't
each
think I
thing.
wanted
Come on.
perfect. I just think I didn't want almost all boys. I think a
You
lot
didn't
of
get all boys. You have
potential
one girl.
scenarios exist between that. Like, but
what did you say it was? 14.1?
Two.
no, I think it's 12.4 to not be hyperbolic.
You have 4 girls.
Okay.
You
Yeah,
have 4
but two
girls.
of them are not from the good clutches. The one
Okay.
clutch that I had from like the uglier ones.
I love
the,
how
are
you're
two
also
girls.
like, it's from the uglier ones. It's like his Womas are up here, and his uglier one is like the one, like it's down here, where some other people's Womas are like start down here.
Well, that's very kind of you to say.
You're
Thank you,
welcome.
Owen. Yeah,
Jesus.
thank you.
Oh, yeah. He's top tier for sure.
Thank you. Like exactly. He's
No
like,
doubt.
that's a fugly one. Other people, this would be the star of their
I
collection.
think he must be like Brad Pitt was in high school. Everybody's like, "Oh my God, you're so good looking." He's just like, "I just don't
I
know,
don't know,
man.
man.
Guess so. Whatever you say, man." Like, yeah, I suppose so. Okay, you should be a movie star. Yeah, I guess so. I don't know.
Yeah.
So
I'll take
humble.
the flowers. I'll take them.
Yeah.
Thank you. But no, I mean, yeah, I was just gonna say, obviously bummed that none of the blackheads connected this year. That one girl reabsorbed, but I got a good clutch. Well, wasn't a great clutch. Got a clutch from the hypo Stonewash Brittles pair.
Okay.
So
Didn't
the
did
female
that just happened, didn't it?
that was last week. Yes.
How many eggs?
8 good ones, 6 slugs.
Damn. And you're still in the green.
It's my first time getting like true slugs from Brettles. I've gotten fully shelled
Yeah.
infertils, but
So what? So just not
year
to
of slug
veer off
over
of
here.
this. Yeah. What? Well, we'll come back to that. Let's finish
Yeah.
it. then
Okay,
we'll
we'll come back
circle
to it. We'll come back to it.
slug
Yeah,
talk.
yeah.
But
Come
like,
on, I
yeah,
need
so
to
like you pointed out,
paper
Owen,
right.
Woma's good. Didn't miss on any Womas. Brettles, really happy she went. That's that 2009 animal that Nick sent over, which was the founder for all the US hypos. She was
So the pairing
imported.
was a hypo
hypo
girl in
head
the book?
stonewash to
hypohead wash to a
to a visual hypo stonewash.
visual hypostone wash. So
male.
you're still okay. So
So everything will be
Hmm.
either hypo stonewash or hypo het.
okay. Yeah, it's not bad.
Oh, I'm excited.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it would be like if
Okay.
it was like 1 or 2 steps back, I'd be like, damn it, you only got 8 eggs. Like that's but
But yeah, and of course, it's one of those me and Nick breeding loan things. So I really only get 4 if they all hatch, but I'll take it. Because that's a really cool snake. She's like a
Yeah.
living piece of history.
Yeah.
And we
I was
love getting
gonna ask,
touches
like,
from
that's
old
pretty cool.
snakes. Yeah.
How old is
yeah,
she?
that-
Is that maybe what contributed to the slugs?
It's certainly possible. She's a 2009, so she's not ancient, but she's not a spring chicken either.
Yeah, but I'd say she's on the cusp of when you start seeing reduction because my 2007 did the same.
Mhm. Yeah, I mean, it
Not-
could
not a
be
bred
any
lush, it was a
number of
coastal.
things, right?
Yeah.
I just think that it is notable in this year where we're hearing so many
Yeah.
folks get crazy amounts of slugs on the West Coast.
It's
But
an East Coast year.
let's see. I got a couple clutches or litters of the Chapalas, so that keeps rolling along. But I have an announcement to make. I did rehome the adults, so my era of endless garter snake.
What did you trade them for?
Money?
Oh, weird.
It's a thing.
Normally, like
called-
I was expecting I traded them for a blue ring octopus. Like, Jesus, why? Like, yeah. What are you doing with it? I don't know. Like, yeah.
No, I had a great time. I had a great time at the party, and it's time to share the love, and reallocate my.
Are you going to be completely
My
done
time.
with like Chapala garters? Because you said rehome the adults. Are you keeping any babies, or is that
I do not
done.
intend to keep any babies.
okay? So what's going in their cages?
So they were in like glass enclosures,
Right. So nothing
that I
maybe.
kind of was moving around to wherever I could squeeze them. They were not
Right.
like a fixed thing.
Okay.
So I'm hoping to just not have floating glass fish tanks all over
I don't
wherever
see
I
what the
can fit
problem
them.
with that is, but yeah,
So it's a true reduction, not a replacement. Yeah.
gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
But man, yeah, I'm happy with the season. I think next year is going to be a little bit more diverse and a larger number of pairs. But like you said, the Womas were the most important thing this year, and I'm really happy with what popped out. They're freaking insane. They're like nicer than last year's. So yeah,
That's cool.
but there's so
So-
many boys. You have to like not keep all of them. I don't need that many boys.
No, but so maybe next year will be a blackhead year.
I
Us
really
Womas were
hope so.
blackheads. Yeah.
Yeah, next year, the blackheads, indigo time, inland time, diamond time, water python, Queensland water python time,
Good. Get the Queenslands. 'cause then I
totally
can get rid
jungle
of mine.
time. It's like
Yeah.
next year's gonna be cool.
Ooh,
Yeah,
you've hit on all my favorite things.
Oh, and then of course the
I'm
golden
going.
tail
Check.
geckos keep dropping,
Check.
which is great.
Check.
Stropharis
Oh, yeah?
tenacata. Yeah.
Nice.
Really neat.
very
I
cool.
didn't know that they will just keep like
Egg
doing
laying
it.
machine.
They're just-
Yeah.
I think it's
They're like
seasonal.
chickens.
Like it's not gonna It's not gonna go forever. But she has laid 6 eggs already.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's pretty neat.
It's
Pretty
I think it's like tokays and day geckos. It's like for that small amount of time, there's just eggs in there constantly, and then they just shut down. But I don't know geckos. So
Ooh, I'm also gonna do stimmies next year. Brandon
Oh.
reminded me.
Cool.
Yeah,
Robert's
no.
just giving out pythons like it's like, I'm like, oh shit, I want to get in
Yeah.
on this. What's going on here? He's giving out children, scrubs, retics.
Want to retake?
Um,
Oh man,
Aunt Teresa, we're trying to make Aunt Teresa great again.
they
I'm
are
not doing it.
great. Just
I'm not
people
doing
need
it.
to
I love them.
Remember it.
Yes, they're
Yeah.
awesome.
I finally got the children's Python book.
Did you?
So you're gonna hang on to it for a couple years and then sell it?
Only if it goes for $400.
You get a python. Yeah.
No, Nick
You see
actually
it?
signed this one, and it's very nice, so I'm gonna keep it.
So charge more.
No.
Charge more. Anyway.
Anyway, that's yeah.
that's what
what's up.
Lucas is going. Yeah.
Mhm. Your turn.
Who, me?
Me or him?
Sure.
Yeah, we just talked to Justin last night, Lisa. He'll be talking about pygmies tomorrow.
I just
go ahead,
sent
Owen.
Justin my pygmy.
For mine, I'm still waiting for the hypo tigers to hatch. They're due day 60 is the 28th, so I think we're right in that thing of when they could make an appearance. So
Can't wait to see
waiting
that.
for those. And then I have a female blonde Madagascar hognose that is getting ready to drop eggs. So that's probably going to happen soon. And then I have 2 rhino females that are probably going to drop. So
Okay.
that's the
Yeah,
year.
I have about 6 girls that are about to drop.
Yeah.
Do you
Yeah.
really?
Which ones?
No way.
Yeah. All your
Yeah,
spring breeders
I've
that you
been
didn't tell
lying
us
to you
about?
the whole time. I got 2 clutches of bread lie.
I knew it. Yeah.
and
Wait, are
4
you fucking with
clutches
me?
of diamonds. Yeah, I don't
Yeah,
put
he's
my
not giving
stuff
that
out
shit.
there.
Oh, he's completely lying.
Yeah, there are no
No,
eggs.
the
on ground.
diamonds
No.
are on it there.
Yeah.
All right, fine.
Like
okay.
he wouldn't be screaming from his roof.
Eric, don't do this to me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Why? I'm not about my ego anymore. I don't talk about my breedings.
Now you don't know what to believe, do you?
This is why we don't do it on Fridays. My
Yeah.
brain is scrambled
Yeah.
eggs from
Yeah.
the week, and I will believe anything you say.
Lucas, trust me, there's nothing going on over there. There is no clutches of eggs
you
happening at any
lying
time that could
podfather,
possibly
you.
be at his house.
See,
Yeah.
Alex is confused too. Alex always says, "What's
Everybody's
happening?"
confused. Does he have them? Does he not have them?
Who
I mean,
knows?
we'd believe it if you did. That's
Nah, he
like
doesn't.
that's the
Nah.
problem.
Nah, he would
Yeah.
he would have
No.
posted at least one picture of the mom on eggs and
No.
be like, "Yay!"
Dude, when do I post pictures of my snakes? Like once
I
every
didn't
6
mean
months.
post. I mean, like, send it to people. I would fucking know. Okay.
I posted up that red the other day, and everybody, was losing their mind about that snake. No wonder Justin wants me to breed it.
Yeah. But yeah,
Oh.
no, I would know.
So
There's
in
nothing
conclusion,
in
Yes.
conclusion,
nothing.
Nothing.
Oh,
Nothing.
now I
That's okay.
did sit down and map out next year.
So did I.
Good.
All right, let's
It-
talk
it-
about that. Let's put
yeah,
it on the table.
which-
What's your
Buddy,
next
Buddy
year?
gave me shit for that. I'm like, like if you don't plan ahead,
We're
you are
months
doomed
away.
to failure. Yeah.
Yeah, you got to start doing it now. You
Yeah.
can't do it in November.
What the hell's wrong with
Come
you?
on, buddy. No wonder you can't get no green trees going. What the heck?
He actually got a clutch of green.
Yeah, he
trees.
did. I was
I
gonna
know.
say. I just
And
saw that.
And I was,
I know.
I was getting ready
Yeah,
to be
that's
like,
why
hey
I'm taking
man,
a jab at him.
I was getting ready to be like, hey man, I think I need a female because I'm going to start my green tree python journey just to get him all excited, just to see
You're
what
screwing
happens.
him like me. You're messing with me because I'm messing with you, and you're telling him I want to start my
Shit
green
rolls downhill,
tree
okay?
python
You're
journey.
up there, and then there's me, and then there are people below me. So yeah,
My journey with green trees has begun.
My journey with
I wanna
green
get a
trees is
female.
very sad journey.
yeah, but say there are a lot of bodies on mine. But,
Yeah, mine too. My watch was not good.
I wonder how
Um,
young a Gurnia breed.
I don't know.
I wonder if there's just gonna be surprise a Gurnia baby next year.
I think Justin talks about that, where he just sees little babies running around.
You're like, hey,
Uh-oh.
wait.
Yeah. Oh, thanks, Lisa. I don't know. You want all right, I'll go first.
Yep.
Diamond pythons,
Obviously.
inland pythons, Woma pythons,
Hey.
Cape York carpets.
Mhm.
Let's see what else.
Yeah.
Yakapari,
Gelatins.
Yakapari.
Yep.
Yeah.
Russian, 2 clutches of those.
Goddamn right.
Probably 2 clutches of diamonds too, if I can do it.
Goddamn right.
Just freeze them. That'll be fine.
No, don't listen to this man. Like it's
42 degrees.
Poison ivy stuff, citrus tiger stuff, Molly Ringwald to that red tiger.
yes. Yes.
Yeah, I have quite a bit.
That sounds like a great year.
I think wheat belts.
What? How
possibly.
many? Give me a total of clutches, because I always tell you how many pairs I'm shooting for,
Um,
and you look at me with such horror. But I think you're getting close to my numbers here.
No. I will not go above probably 10 to 12.
I think you need to recount because I think you're already there.
Right. So then, I'm done.
It's snake math, Owen. Just
I don't.
let it
yeah,
go.
I never. I
Yes.
quit. Just all right.
I think there's something I'm forgetting now. What did I say? Cape Yorks.
I hope
poison
not,
ivies.
because we already hit the 12.
You breeding your corn snake yet?
No, I'm
No.
not breeding that ever.
He doesn't have a. I don't think
That's
he's got one for
I'm
it.
joking.
I say that, and then 3 years from now, I'll be like on Colubrid and Colubrid Radio with
Hey,
this
hey.
I bred corn snakes.
I'm the corn
That's-
king of the county.
Yeah, that's your territory, Owen. Yeah, you can
Yeah, I
have that
feel
one.
allow you to
I'll
come
stay in
into
the
my
Python
corner.
world.
Yeah.
Um,
You go
I
and
feel
do Antaresia. I've allowed that. Go play with Antaresia.
yeah, I could get 2 different clutches of Western stems and
Nice.
spotted
That'd be nice.
pythons. Womas, I'm pretty excited about because it's Keith's Woma and Brett's Woma that I'm
If
breeding.
you,
Oh, you have a
Barry
Brett?
Miller. Yeah, I
get
have a
squirrely
male
in-
from Brett.
I did not know this. Send me
if you get
pictures of
squirrely
your
in the
animals.
next couple months, I'll drop off olive pythons. You can just do that. Like those are a gimme.
Yeah,
So
I could do that too.
Yeah.
Yeah, start building a cage now. Build
Yeah,
a
might
cage
as
and they will
well.
come.
Yeah. Build a cage and I will drop them off. Yeah. So
I want to see your ones.
oh, his are nice.
Yeah, they're nice.
Yeah.
Like yours. Not as nice
Well,
as yours, but
I mean,
you know.
if it's from Brett, it probably is as nice as mine.
Yeah, and Keith's Womas are
It's
no
got
slouches
really
either.
yeah, it's really so I don't know how it's gonna turn out because the one from Keith is like blonde almost.
Yeah.
Like
Mhm.
yellow, you know?
Right.
It's like really like an interesting looking Woma. And the one from Brett is like as orange as a pumpkin. So
Now you're speaking my language.
yeah,
Which one? The blonde or the pumpkin?
the pumpkin one. You like the
Mm.
orange.
I like the
Yeah.
orange.
I like the 2 different looks. I was just curious to see how like it would turn out phenotypically. Like,
orange.
will it?
Yellow's for jungles, orange for womas.
Womas.
Everybody needs to stay in their lanes, okay? Just
And then maybe if things go right, maybe I'll do a trade for like diamond pythons for some blackheads or something like that, and then finally have
Ooh.
blackheads back in the thing.
I'll get
I'm
you
really, like,
blackheads.
I'm really like
I'm kicking
fascinated
in his door when those
by
diamonds pip. I'm be like, these ones mine. Thank you, bot, and leaving. Like he's gonna see them for a minute.
Well,
I'll
let
be
me
like,
ask this
one
question
and this
before I do that. Do you prefer the reduced pattern ones or do you like the normal looking ones?
You can
I
save the
thought about-
normals for me.
Okay.
I would like to have a reduced
One of
pattern
each?
and a normal. I want one of each. Because if I can't get white diamonds, I'll do that. If they're white, I'll take
go
those.
that route?
I don't. Yeah, I want diamonds. Just want goddamn diamonds.
Well, I'm really
Yeah.
excited that Martin got a clutch from his
Yes.
stunning Gosford.
Yes.
Yes.
Because that's epic, and the sire is all black and white, and
Dude.
B, because Daddy gets a trio.
Yes. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Those are fantastic. Ish posted up a diamond he got from Dave Kelly, and I
Oh,
was
nice.
drooling over that. I've actually put it. I sent the picture of that in the
Is it
chat thing
in our group?
Yeah, in the Facebook chat thingy. I didn't know we were going to get there this quickly. I was trying to contribute to the podcast because I have been. It's the constant thing that keeps coming up in meetings is the Owen, goddamn it. So
Why don't you prepare?
Why don't you have one job
a week?
Yep.
Wow.
Yes. Look at it.
Look at this thing.
Dark as shit.
Well, wait a minute, Owen.
What?
It's still. See, you're doing what I do.
No. I know.
No,
I know.
No.
That's had several sheds. That is a baby.
No,
but
it's not several sheds.
I'm
but
just
it's not the
saying-
sheds. It's just a little young still.
It's a little young, but look how dark it is. Like that's
No, I don't disagree with you.
The blackhead that Casey Lazick just hatched out is blacker than that.
oh well. Again, the diamond's supposed to be black, but
That's nice.
that is nice. So,
I wonder what line it is. I wonder if it's his
he said
LASIK
it was
stuff.
San Diego Zoo, and then it was crossed with something. I forget the exact thing. Hold on, see if I can
Probably
pull it up.
LASIK.
Very
But-
pretty.
Yeah,
I like black and white diamonds. Just finding black and white diamonds in the U.S.
it's hard
is
as shit.
hard.
Yeah,
But if you live in Australia,
they fall
on
from
your
the
porch
sky. Yeah.
They're
or in
eating,
your yard.
They're eating a bird on your porch.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
F3 San Diego Zoo crossed with F1 GV. So that's
Gary
So-
Valle.
Gab,
yeah.
GV. Yeah, got it.
Yeah, diamond.
That's what it is.
So there you go.
I'm trying to look up this picture of the Casey LASIK blackhead.
How about that, huh?
How about what?
Yeah, that's
Casey
it's
LASIK
very
blackhead?
similar to what you had, right?
It is.
Yeah.
You sent me the picture when it came out of the egg and said, I got one too. And then he ended up getting two because all his eggs hatched. No fair. It's like
So what is he doing?
Yeah, what is he doing that
What
other
is he
people
doing
aren't?
differently?
Yeah. Well, it's been nice. I've been talking to him a lot lately. Really love that dude. I asked him, and he said he does his blackheads the same that he does his womas. He says he does pretty much everything the same way, just kind of classic damp vermiculite style. Nothing fancy. So, and his egg box looked fairly small compared to, what I've been using and what other people use. I'm really just convinced at this point that I shouldn't say convinced. I am leaning towards good eggs hatch.
Bad ones
And
don't.
It's really easy
did
when
get
things
two.
go wrong to blame yourself, but maybe
Now-
you didn't have a chance to begin with.
Is that so? I know that there's a bunch of different names for various blackhead.
Mhm.
I don't even know what to call them. Morphs. I want to say like maybe types, lines.
Yeah, I mean, this is not a
New.
like named established
Okay.
thing. However, I think it very easily could be, but we got to prove it out, and I'm working on that.
You also got to think of a cool name.
Yeah, we were talking
Yeah.
about that. So Tom Keoghan's hatched a bunch of them, and
Okay.
he commented on Casey's stuff and said, "I've been calling them Western specials, but I think we could come up with something a little bit with a better ring than that.
Yeah,
if
a
it
little bit
turns
better.
out to
A little
be
Better ring. Yeah,
I-
that
it's-
doesn't
I
sound like
think
a
it's-
diner food. Yeah.
Yeah, without any evidence, I would posit that it's a
So
variable melanistic trait.
Casey's babies. Did he sex them yet?
Mhm.
Boy and a girl, two boys.
Both of the dark ones are girls, I believe.
Why are they all girls? God
Well,
damn it!
Funny because Keoghan said all of his have been boys. So, we just need to do some teamwork here.
Yeah, somebody needs to give up the boys,
Yeah.
the people who got the girls. Yeah,
And I have a boy that Nick sent over for that purpose. So I'm just waiting for my girl to grow up.
cool.
Hmm.
I
I just want to know how you hatch the eggs out.
That's what I'm saying, man.
I just want to know how they come out. Yeah.
But again, I'm
Every
The
time I
rest
talk
is
to
just
butter.
anybody about it, it's just like, it just kind of happens. And
I
just,
think
you
that
know,
it's
I don't
just
know.
it's easier.
You think it's weak
to-
genetics?
Oh,
What do you think it
man.
is?
I don't necessarily know if it's weak genetics or just the very clear disconnect between how captive US blackheads live versus how blackheads are supposed to live in terms of
Mhm.
diet and things of that nature. I don't know. It's like my theory I don't feel is easily provable, but I just feel like there's got to be something wrong before the eggs get into the incubator.
Maybe if like, and I don't want to say this like reliant on diet or anything, but if we took blackheads and fed them like I do my Chinese king rats and all the other stuff, like garbage can, like here is the bucket of frog legs, fish, and a bunch of other stuff. I don't know. I think they would do well on that kind of a diet, but because they are garbage disposals. But I know that you have a varied diet on your guys. Like I don't think you're.
Yeah, it's so hard to say. And I mean, in the studies in the wild, it really almost isn't garbage. It's very specifically snakes, skinks, and lizards.
So, but I mean, like for there be that much of a disconnect, because I don't see guys in Australia having the issues with blackhead eggs that we have here.
Right. That is another conundrum.
Yeah. So it's like maybe it's also that we don't. I mean, God only knows how many gens in are we in. And how many blackheads came over.
Right.
This
was
my thought of why it would be genetic. Right?
And it's
something
totally
genetically.
Possible. Yeah. I can't rule it out.
Because what would be different between what we're doing here? I mean, I remember talking to Derek Roddy about this multiple times, and he was basically saying that like they don't do anything different in Australia. I can't think. I mean, I remember when we talked to what's his name? Troy,
K Brothers,
Kilgowski. Yep. And he talked about it. And the surprising thing is that they feed the shit out of them.
Yeah.
Like they like really
honestly
that
food. Like
that is the quintessential counterpoint to everything I'm saying. And it makes no sense. And that's why I have no answer.
and here's the thing, I listened to their stuff, and that's actually how I started getting the olive pythons, is because they're like, this is what we do. We drop them to this temp, and I'm like, calculation, holy shit! Like it was that kind of stuff. So it was, I don't know, but for there be such that big disconnect between blackheads here and there,
it's really weird.
Know.
Yeah. And then
me. I don't know. It's why I don't have blackheads.
It just it's perplexing. I don't know.
Very.
Yeah. It's like, why is it always the ones that are like the high end one?
Dude,
you know, it's like it's like they always have some kind of like thing.
Well, that's why they're high end, right? It's because
right.
Because there ain't that many.
I showed Melissa the picture of Keith's that were DOAs, and she's like, they are gorgeous. I'm like, yes, they are.
Yeah.
Like, they are gorgeous.
The
but it's
Swiss
like,
line are the best they ever look.
Oh my God. Can't do it. But yeah.
I can't believe you can't do that. Like, of all the things, you see, like,
I'm sorry.
and this is where I'm going to take it.
Of some kind?
Well, I'm just saying, like, you're a guy that, like, you don't, you know, you're into these obscure species that don't breed.
I am in the beginnings of my next phase. Okay. Things are leaving to make room for other things. What those other things are, I don't know.
Crusties.
I want
Crusty king of the county.
Yeah. You want what? Pieballs.
What? Papuans.
Oh, you want what? Fly River turtles?
Yeah, well, I mean, those are hilarious.
What about Ryan hatching them out? Hit them up.
I know. I'm not.
If he lets any go.
Yeah,
I don't think so.
Wouldn't. I wouldn't.
I would imagine Nick's probably first on that list.
Probably. But
how many babies are there? Like 4?
I saw 2 that he hatched, but I thought he had like 4 or 5 eggs. He didn't get a huge clutch.
I think he's up to what now, like 38 species of python he's bred or something.
And he just and then casually, like the next day, emerald tree boas were hitting the ground too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And one was born green.
Yes. So weird.
This is a weird year, man.
Yeah, I don't know what the hell's going on.
It said I
swear we're in a simulation
thing.
Yep.
There's certain things we can never figure out inside the simulation.
Simulation.
Yeah.
Speaking of Derek Roddy,
for
my
season, I have 33 pairings.
33.
That's a lot.
Okay.
It is.
What do you take a year?
So you're going to get
4 and then you do 30.
Yeah, that's what you do. Take a year off.
42.
Hit it hard. Yeah. So, but in that, we're not going to go over all of them, but there's some caramel stuff. There's obviously Brisbane's. So
nice.
Those will go.
Oh, I'm going to do a
Um,
lot of shopping next year. Good
I
Lord.
know. Then there's the first year for the Timors.
Okay. I hope you
First
hit
year for the
that.
Scrubs.
These are the Wamina scrubs.
Yep, the Waminas.
Okay. All right.
And then
These
we'll
were
have-
Lucas's past scrubs, right?
Yeah, they're
I
mine
did
now.
such a good job getting
They-
them ready for you.
They are. I
Yeah.
mean, I almost want to give him partial credit.
Aw.
So I said
Almost.
almost.
Damn.
I said almost. But
Yeah.
then there's be the Dunai. First year, really
That'll be
trying
cool.
for them.
You're going to try to knock out all the Laasses in 1 year?
I can't. The Savus are too tiny. It'd be sacrilege.
And these
I'd
water
like-
pythons won't breed.
if I could get two of
Yeah.
them, if I could get Waters and Dunai in a year, that'd be awesome. But probably not.
Brandon's trying Waminas. That's awesome.
There you go. And then I'm actually doing rainbow boas next year too.
Rainbow boas.
Mhm.
These are the ones from Riley.
These are the ones from Riley. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Cool. They're cool species for sure. They were in, remember I was talking about that book with Justin? Like,
Yep.
so here's the thing, Lucas, like,
Back
you
in
tell
my day,
me,
we
like,
had
Talk
books.
to me,
was-
big guy.
when was the first, like, your first realization of pythons? Like, was that your first sort of snake that you saw? Like, and
My
and how did
first
you see that?
realization, in what sense?
Like,
That I
when
like
I was
them?
a kid, I opened a book and I was like, "Oh my god, these snakes are so cool!" Right?
Mhm.
So it's Pythons and Boas book. What is it that was it? The internet? I guess it was the internet. Probably for you,
Pythons
right?
specifically.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, it was okay. No, I actually have an answer. It's when I ran into this giant gopher snake on my way to class at UC Santa Cruz,
Mhm.
my sophomore year, and then I was like, "Holy crap, that's cool! Snakes are cool." And then I went to the store Pet Shop Santa Cruz, and
Mhm.
they have a fantastic collection of Australian and Indonesian stuff there.
Okay.
And that's when it really went like and slapped me on the face.
Right.
And then I found the podcast, and the rest is history. So yeah,
Okay.
What
that's
podcast?
the moment. Yours, sir.
Oh, weird.
Because they bred a lot of jungles there, and I was like, "What the hell is a carpet python?" So
And there you go. The rest is history.
Hell is. a
Yeah,
carpet
we were
python.
we were just talking about how like people are exposed to certain species. So we came up, we were talking about Antaresia, and we were sort of saying like, I wonder why, for the average pet keeper, that this is not more of a pet python.
Seems so far off the radar.
I get the
Yeah.
idea of
Yeah.
like getting them to go could be difficult, right? I understand that, but if
And
you're
it
not
doesn't
breeding
matter
them,
if
just
your pet-
keeping them
yeah.
as a pet, right? They're already
mean,
established.
as hell, and the feeding response is brutal. So it might not
Well,
be
yeah.
the best for people that want to hold things.
Well, I'm thinking about like, you know how everybody's moving towards like these naturalistic enclosures.
Oh,
and you
yeah.
could get like an Antaresia, and you could really like do it out in like a 4-foot type cage, and it
Or I
would
mean,
be
like
huge.
that's
You know what I mean? Like
that's
especially if
level-
you're doing, we were talking pygmy pythons,
right. And the thing
but-
is, like that size of a snake, you're looking at like possibly getting aquariums at easily accessible places. Like you're not getting a custom built aquarium for an Antaresia. You can get like
What?
120 gallon or whatever and set it up if you wanted to go really nuts.
Yeah, I don't know. Just I don't know if it's the colors. Could be. We did talk about that. Maybe the feeding response and stuff, as far as like they're like rosy boas, but wild rosy boas. You know, Justin was saying are pretty chill.
My
Nice
Rosie
compared
was
to
chill.
wild ones, Yeah.
Was it? Yeah.
Yeah, I it's funny that they have that reputation,
Mm.
because
Yeah.
when I was first getting into this and I went to the East Bay Vivarium and chatted with John, the owner, well before I ever worked there, I was like, what can I get that probably won't bite me? And the first thing he said was rosy boas. He's like, this is what I hand to kids. So it's funny that there's this whole other side where people are like, they're Satan.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. Well, that's
I mean-
my experience with them. I
I
think
mean,
there's
every-
a couple localities that are pretty chill, but I don't know.
Is
Every
it
saying?
ball type,
play
every
that
ball
they
python we've come across has tried to take a chunk out of Eric at some point. Like,
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Even the one I have, I get nailed
See?
by.
See?
It's just like, what is it? They heard me talking shit all the
Yeah,
beginning of
it's
NPR.
every
trying to-
place we were at where there were ball pythons, one got Eric. Yeah.
Yeah, this is true.
Yep.
I have a love-hate relationship with those snakes. I love the normals. I don't like the morphs.
Is that that's just the
Is that
nostalgia?
even a thing?
I mean, it's the nostalgia thing for you, right? The normal.
I just think that they're a cool snake. I think if you took away, okay, this is how I think about it. When I was a
Go ahead.
kid, ball pythons were rare.
Yeah.
Therefore, everybody wanted them, including me. But now that ball pythons are popular, you don't want them. And it just seems that I don't know.
Unless they got 8 genes in them. Yeah.
Well, I'm just saying, like, I don't know. Like, I find it, I guess it fascinates me maybe how like it works when you kind of like know that this is happening to you and you're
Mhm.
sort of like, I really like this because nobody has it. And then it becomes an afterthought when I don't
love
even know
that.
if I'm saying it right.
No, I know
but-
what you're getting at. It's like I live for that shit. Like I like having these things where it's like I have it and it's awesome, it's mine, it's what I wanted, but also it's something that maybe not a lot of people have or even pay any attention to. You know, it's almost like I'm keeping a secret. I have a secret from the reptile community, and it's Cebu pythons. And it's like it's not really a secret. People know of them, people have them, but certain people just walk right by them or something like that.
I guess it's funny. I find it funny, like the reaction to people when I say I have a ball python. It's like, what? You know what I mean? It's just like, what? Why do you have that? You know?
Yeah.
It's just weird. Like, what do you mean? Because
I had
like
my
it.
2.2 for a minute and I got bullied relentlessly.
Right. It's
I
just
wasn't
like,
relentless.
I know. I'm not talking about you. I'm actually not.
I wasn't relentless, I don't think. I
No,
think I
I'm
stopped a
talking
little
about
bit.
the people in person,
Yeah.
not you.
Yeah, I don't know. So I only have one, but you know, maybe
Well,
one
there's
day
that-
I get a
there's that
female,
thing
I'll
where-
breed them and see what it's like to breed a ball python.
There's that thing where people go through my collection and I've
Too
posted
maternal.
up pictures every once in a while on my Instagram where it's like, I bet you didn't know I had this. And a lot of people are like, holy shit, I did not know. And it's like, yes, that's why. So
Here's the other thing I find with not posting a lot. Like, remember back in the early days of NPR, I was posting like I was taking
everything.
pictures like every day. You know,
If
every day I
if
would
you
have
moved
new
quickly through
pictures
your things, you could watch
you
it
see the move.
grow. Yeah, like it's like, look at
Yeah.
it go. Yeah.
Yeah. And I feel like that generation of people know me, but like as far as my collection, I think there's like I'm back to that spot where a lot of people don't know like what I have because I don't really post it. I kind of like that. You do.
I do.
Yeah, you do. You've seen it.
I know where
But-
the secrets are. Yeah, I know which
Yeah.
bins to. That's
You
why
know where to go.
it's why if Eric's collections ever ransacked, he's gonna be like, it was Owen. Yeah.
Yep.
It was Owen.
People don't know
All
what
the
I have,
IJs are
but
still
it's
here.
not because I'm secretive. It's because I change it a lot.
Yeah, you're trying to find your.
I'm like, I wanted to be like, no, you're
your
just
footing.
kind of like, yeah, no, it's gone through many different machinations and several
Did you
this
guys know
year. Like,
Bar rock monitors?
yeah.
What, they're gone already?
No, I'm just saying. that,
Okay.
like,
Oh yeah.
I have those right now.
Eric's like, you got rid of them already? It's like,
No.
well,
They're not mine to get rid of. I'm taking
Oh,
care of
okay.
them for somebody.
The Aki's
Oh,
still
okay.
there?
One Aki.
Oh, did something bad happen?
No, not at all.
Oh.
I found different homes for
Okay.
them.
Yeah.
Listen, we're not going to start being concerned until you're like, guys, I'm getting rid of the Womas and trading them. Then
And
we're
that's
flying to California.
And that's the key, is because that's never gonna happen.
Right. You
And
have
that's
your
why it's
Mm.
okay.
you have your core species, dude.
I was on Project Herp last week, and we talked
Oh,
about
nice.
this a lot, and kind of it stemmed from the conversation about cutting my teeth and getting my feet under me, working at a shop and getting
Right.
experience with so many different animals without
Buying
the Right, without
Yeah.
the responsibility that comes when you bring them home.
Right.
And we got into this conversation about how it is really important to dabble and figure out what's for you and what isn't. And to
100%.
be honest with yourself when it isn't, because everybody loses, including the animal, if you try to hold on to something that doesn't fit for whatever reason, whether you don't like it, it doesn't fit into your room. Like,
Yeah.
as long as you responsibly place it, and like, again, like, you can absolutely be a piece of shit. Like, I could go let them go in the park, like you can be a
Right.
dirt bag.
Or
But
you
if
can
you're
sell 'em for
not,
cheap to God who know.
then it's a really
Yeah.
important part of what we're doing here.
Yeah. Do you feel like you're trying to find your, like it's like trying on clothes or something like that? Like, you know what I mean? Like you're
In a
trying to
way,
find
like,
which
I feel like
species stick
I
with you.
have more reverence for the animals than that, obviously. And
Yeah.
I don't think of them in that way that I would think of clothing, but I think it's just, when I get something, it's never that in my head it's meant to be temporary. It's always with the intention that it's going to go great and they're going to be my new thing that I commit myself to forever.
Mhm.
But I'm not going to lie to myself when that becomes clear that it's not the case.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
No, you're 100%. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
And I feel
you're
like
just coming to that realization earlier, I guess.
right.
Mm.
And I feel like
Or
I've
maybe-
come to that realization on a couple things too, where it's like it's time for this project to move. It's time for it to move on. I've tried my best. I've kept going, or it's just this thing, and my heart really wasn't in it the whole time. But it's time
Yeah.
for it to go. So you have to recognize those things. And because, like you said, it's not just a disservice to yourself, to the animals, but also to community. Because for all
Right.
you know, moving on those animals to somebody else who will have success,
Yeah.
and then get a toehold in something, especially if it's a rare species, like
No,
you
100%.
kind of got to do that. I wanted to hold all 10 of my gold white lip babies, but I shouldn't have done that. Like I didn't. We need to get them out there. It's when you have the people where it's like, I produced this and now they're all here and they're all in my basket. It's like, well, what happens there? And I do feel like your collection should always be going through different machinations. I was playing with my Argentines the other day, and I'm like, God, I could get into boas. And I'm like, I should. Like, I don't know why. But
It's funny.
Yep.
Me too.
Yeah. See?
Me too.
But I don't want. But I don't want just like a
really-
normal. I
Yeah.
don't want a normal red tail. I want the weird shit. I want like Argentines, Hog Islands. I want
Tarahumaras.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was looking at the West Indian boa book, and to me, they're like the carpet python of the Caribbean. Because it's like they fit that same niche. They kind of like look similar. They're kind of obscure in certain ways, right? And like I think with those species, like Puerto Rican boa or Jamaican boa, like you can't sell it, so you really kind of have to like be into that species in order to do it. But I don't know, man. I don't know. I've been through this so many times where it's like you have stuff, you don't, you sell it, you have it. It's like
I keep sending animals out on loan rather than selling them. It's just like it goes. I have 3 leaving this year. But Sanzinia are slowly creeping up in my brain to like where they're almost at a level where rough scale used to be, where it's like it dominates my thought. So
really, why?
Because they're weird and they're rare and they look like nothing else, and I want them. Like
have you?
Just they're so weird looking, and they also
definitely held one, right? Yeah.
They're
nuts. Like they are nothing like anything else.
It's even weird. It's not even the green ones that I like. I like the other ones.
Me too. I don't like the green ones. I like the mandarins.
I got a pair of mandarins for Matt at a show, and I'm like, I should keep these. I'm like, these are awesome, but he paid for them, and I can't be a dick. But
my biggest regret is when I didn't take home the one when I was working at EBV that I could have got for $300.
That's the problem. You got somebody
Holy
like
shit.
Oh my god.
It was on the center aisle, marked at $6.50, and nobody bought it. And with the employee discount, I could have definitely swung something, but I didn't know what it was.
It's a weird looking thing.
Yeah.
So now I I mean, obviously these are still anyway, but
Right.
I would like to get something. I like having the next thing because I know that carpets are never going to leave, and obviously we're still trudging our way through Liasis, but I like having these weird things that are off to the side. So the Argentine was one thing, but then it's like I also want another challenge. Like obviously I'm still working on Blackface White Lip and various other stuff, but you know, it's like I ticked off Vietnamese Blue Beauties, and I'm like, now I need something else to try. Like I need something else to plug in here. So
Right.
yeah.
I think the difference, I don't want to speak for Lucas, but it seems like me and Lucas are sort of like the, like we get into something, we realize that it's not what we thought, and then we move it on.
Yeah.
But you seem to be, you just stick with it. Like you just stay with
If
the
it's
course
something-
until you breed it. And then you get rid of it. But you're
If
like, I
it's
will not get rid
something-
of this until it breeds. And I'm like,
if it's
just get
something I
rid of it.
really,
You're
really
I
like.
hate these fucking things.
That's
if it's
true.
Something, all right. Well, if there's something I really, really like, I will forgive it of so many things. Like I forgive White Lips of all the things they have done to me, themselves, my sanity,
Right.
because I really, really like White Lips.
Maclot's done or
Maclot's-
Team Wars.
Yeah, Maclots,
What
Team
is
War,
it?
stuff like that.
Okay. I'm curious.
Water
What
python.
is
Water pythons
what
keep
is
crossing
that?
me. I don't know why I keep giving them so many tries. Like,
What is
fuck
the
them.
draw? Like what? Like your
What, to White Lip?
Yeah. Like what is it about White Lips that you like so much?
So the White Lip goes all the way back to college. It was like, Foley. I remember him kind of introducing me to snakes and stuff like that. So he brought us Leucistic Texas rat to the dorm room, and that
Right.
slowly got me interested. And then I got my first Cali King, and then we went over to his mom's place where he had kept the animals for something. We were just going there for like a weekend visit or whatever. And he had an adult female wild caught blackface white lip, and he had it in a drawer system. So he pulls the drawer and it just cracked, and this just fluid black fire hose with teeth just came flying out, landed on the ground, and chased him around the room. And it was like, since then, there's been an obsession with White Lips. Like it was just,
I guess that's my thing. Like I am fascinated by how people got to like what makes you like you get into snakes. What makes you want to be a boa person or a python person or a colubrid person or a venomous person?
And I've
like
thought about this, but
very rarely do you have people that
are all over the
go
map.
across all
right.
Of them.
And I've thought about this because I constantly tease Melissa that because she got me my first carpet python. And I say this, if you had gotten me a boa, it would be boa people now. Like it would just be like all that stuff. But that was the python because I was around people who kept carpet pythons. So Foley had a couple carpet pythons, and then he had a bunch of other stuff that I wasn't ready for. So obviously the step was king snake, carpet python. And then as I kind of grew and kind of got a little bit more experience, but then I started blinding other shit. Like I remember one of my first exposures to rough scales was watching Brian Barczyk get lit up by one. And I'm like, my God, I love this animal. Yeah. Like I want, not because
he really did get lit
viciously
up
attacking him, but because it was just such a cool thing. Like it was just
bit the shit out of him.
It just ripped. And problem is, he was the same thing because he's enjoying the hell out of this thing, ripping into him because of what it is. So that just kind of went. But then I remember the introduction to Team Wars and stuff like that was because somebody got one, and I got to like see it for the first time. I knew of Team Wars, but there's a difference between knowing of it and then seeing it in person. So that kind of exploded with that. So various other things, like I had no Maclots were not on my radar until you dropped Glitch in my hands.
Right.
And then, holy shit, what is this? And holy crap, what? There are more things. There are different things. There are other things I can play with.
You
did. I had nothing but carpet pythons, and then you dropped a Maclots python in my hand, and then it went nuts. So,
yeah. We were talking about this on Project Herp as well, and I think that it's also true that there are people that can't have just one, and I think Owen and myself are those people. Like I love that I have pythons, colubrids, boas, geckos, skinks. Like I don't
Right.
want to not have
Yeah.
all the flavors.
Right.
But I think what's also fun is when they tie into each other a little bit, you know, like the Egernia and the dwarf monitors and some of the snakes, like they're all from the same landscape
Yeah.
sometimes. And
Yeah.
that's kind of cool to have different levels of the same trophic
Yes.
cascade in your room, you know. It's like, oh, you two would not get along, but you might fight for the same rock. Like,
Right.
it's kind of neat. I don't know.
I like
Yeah, I
I
agree
like
with
having
that.
the challenge. Like I liked having that point at a reptile show where somebody's like, you produced everything on the table. And I
Yeah.
went, everything. Like all of it, from corn snakes to false water cobras to rhino rat snakes to white lips to roughies. Like it all here. So
Yeah, you guys.
I mean,
are
that's
the
pretty fucking sick,
exception.
man.
I like it.
I
It
would
was
say that
it was one of those moments that when everybody was out in front of me, I went, holy shit. Like
I am
Give
good at
yourself a little
this.
pat on
I
the
am
back.
good at this.
Yeah, Eric was right.
I'll never tell him this. Like, yeah.
I can't remember. I was on a podcast. Every time I go on a podcast, I kind of mention this. I feel like you're it's like, because again, you're not necessarily broadcasting it.
I like flying.
But we know, like, you
Yeah,
know what I
yeah,
mean? Like,
well.
we know what's going on. And then it's sort of like you come across as like this person that's like, you're just flying by the seat of your pants. And it's just like, it just works out. Like, I'm lucky
I don't understand
again.
how that, I don't understand how that happened. Yeah.
You know,
Listen,
but that's really not the case. Like you know, it's like you don't give yourself enough credit, I guess. Is what
no,
I'm
listen,
getting.
I'm the guy who took over the plane because the pilots passed out, and that's all I will ever say. Somehow we landed. Okay, that's
He's just the mouthpiece. The squirrel is the one that breeds the snake.
yeah, exactly. Listen,
Yeah.
this is all a lie. Melissa's the total. I just play with them. Yeah,
You know, I often struggle with this, right? It's like I feel like maybe it's because I'm older. I don't know. It's I feel like I have limited time. Like I think about it, right? I know this is gonna get a little
dying like I don't
morbid or
It's
whatever.
a
but
bad
like,
way to
so I'm
pitch this
50,
carpets and coffee.
right? What do I have? Another 15,
70 years, baby.
15, unless they, you know, if I'm lucky. And how long will I be keeping snakes in that time? You know, so it's
Yeah.
kind of like, I don't want to waste my time with something that I don't think I'll like. And
True.
if I like all the American stuff, it's like I am fine with seeing that stuff in the wild and appreciating it for what it is, but I just don't have the desire to keep it. But then I feel like I'm missing out on a part, because I feel like that people that keep multiple, whether it's lizards, snakes, turtles, you know, like a variety of reptiles, or a variety of snakes like colubrids, pythons, boas, you know, venomous, whatever, that you're a more well-rounded keeper, because you're not looking at things just through that one.
It forces you to look at the broad picture. Yeah.
Correct.
And also apply
You're thinking outside the box. Like, you're
Right.
not thinking like you can think like you can say, wait a minute, and I do this with colubrids. Why wouldn't this work with
that's my
boas or
favorite game.
pythons or whatever, you know?
Will the python eat it? That's my favorite game. And then half the time it's like, yeah, oh shit. Okay. Like but that's the whole thing. And you know, you kind of want to like, here's the thing. I can appreciate a really good looking Woma. I really can. They're gorgeous animals. Will I ever spend time, effort, money in Womas again? Fuck no.
We'll
no,
see.
I will not. It's not going to happen. No.
We'll see.
Done. No Womas. No.
You want to do what is it? Yeah,
I
that's
failed.
weird.
I failed miserably with
Nah,
Womas.
yours just suck.
You don't
dude.
want a
Well, no, that's the
redemption
thing,
tour?
Do you
don't want a
think I'm going to
redemption
jump?
tour?
No, I'm not going to listen.
I think
had-
that I was able to prove that your animals sucked because
True.
of what they did
That
here
did
and
make
what
me feel
everyone
better.
else
That did
has
make me
done
feel
since.
better. if you had been like, I don't know what the fuck's wrong with you, I have eggs everywhere, I've been like, son of a bitch. But it's
That's right.
Like I don't think
that's a good point.
I don't think I'm gonna ever revisit Crebo after I get rid of my pair. I just that itch is scratched elsewhere with other things.
That seems to be a consensus with a lot of people that dabble into
Apparently.
Cribos.
Yeah. I mean, dude, my false water
Yeah.
cobra are laying eggs. My Chinese king rats were until that happened. So it came down to it of which project would I want to restart, and the king rats beat the Cribo. So
Right.
Interesting.
Okay.
Yeah.
The stinky goddess is what they call them.
they weren't that bad. But yeah.
Okay.
That was my nickname in college.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Oh man. Yeah, I think for me it's just Australian pythons. I can live through you guys. It's like
That's fine.
it gives me enough variety. Maybe every once in a while like a southern Papuan animal, but
It's close enough. They used to be attached.
they
it's
used to
fine.
be attached.
Yeah.
At least that's
Well,
what
you
Nick
see,
said. In the
when
Pliocene.
sea levels change.
It started way back in the play.
It's only very recently.
That's how Justin started the interview.
Dude, it
yesterday.
was so great.
We're like, what? Take us back to the beginning for like pygmy. He's like,
When did
"Well,
you get
back
into pygmy pythons? And he's like, back in the Pliocene. That was cracking up. Oh, Nick and his Pliocene. He sure does love
It's a good era. Yeah.
yeah, he does
time.
love no, what's the thing he loves like prehistoric history and stuff like that. Like doesn't he have like
Pleistocene
mammoth
megafauna.
tusks and
is
He's
stuff?
got a
what you're
mammoth.
looking
Yeah,
for.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
It's not even fossilized yet. That's how new it is.
He needs to go up to
that
that,
can't be good.
Boneyard guy that was
Boneyard,
on
Alaska.
Rogan. Yeah,
If that shit's real, it makes no sense.
right.
It's crazy. I have no reason to
Simulation.
believe it's not
Mm.
real, but I'm just saying it makes no
Right.
sense.
It's like blackhead eggs. Why? What is going on?
Why don't they want to continue as a species? Blackheads are the panda bears of herpetoculture.
Well, Dr. DiNardo certainly thought that. What did he say? Blackheads are just a mess. Jason Hood messaged me after that and was like, "What a disappointing answer."
Sorry, dude, but you got to call a spade here.
Yeah,
Come on.
I guess too. It doesn't really work in what he's doing with.
I mean, I respect.
I mean, how
it,
many
yeah.
blackheads can you keep?
If you
Also,
think
he
it's
was
a
a
mess, yeah, say
But
it's
if
a
he was
mess.
doing an egg incubation study and he had blackheads, the results are all over the place. So you need to have success for the study.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. So I think it's a goal that I can see all the pythons in Australia and keep as many as I can and try to breed them all. So
I mean, you're close to chicken off. You're gonna click off the Northern Territory in October.
let's hope.
I'm not upset that you're gonna go to Our Mountain
Find an
with
owl
other
python.
people and look for the Owen Pelly pythons. It doesn't hurt me
Yes.
at all. Yeah,
Our
Mountain.
Our Mountain. That's right. God damn it. So I wasn't brought in. Apparently, Justin's going right. Justin's
One of my
going.
favorite nights in my entire life
Yep.
was the night that we went up and sat there and we all went to 4 individual
Just
corners.
chilled on our own thing.
Waiting
Yeah.
for the sun to come down, just watching the sun come down on top of Nerlangi
Mm.
as we think about how are we going to find an Owen belly python. And then like once that sun was like right on the edge, we just one of my favorite moments of life is
That
that.
sounds fantastic.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I did
Nice.
not.
He did not. Okay. Yeah. I'm glad you didn't know it.
I'm partial to living as well.
I feel like my
Yeah.
chair is like slowly sinking.
Every time I go over, I loosen one of the screws in his chair just a little bit. Yeah,
It's like I'm going like down.
going down, you're shrinking slowly. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how we know the
Oh,
show's
my
over
goodness.
is when Eric's like head is just the only thing we can see. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so I don't know. Should be hopefully it's better breeding season than this year. Because it seemed like there are people that were successful, but at the same time, it seemed like we saw a lot of
A lot of slugs. And
Yeah.
also, people.
What's your
are
thoughts
also-
on that?
Pacific Northwest was popping this year between Ryan and Casey.
People
Yeah.
also only show really the good stuff. Like, you try for 30 pairs and you get 6, and I show the 6, and people are like, oh my God, he's crushing it. It's like, yeah, but you don't see the other ones that the female's like, I don't know. There's nothing here. So
Yeah.
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 I take this as a year. If it's a slow year, it's a year that animals bulk. My one female did nothing, Ruffy. The other one reabsorbed. The one that reabsorbed is now just pounding food, and she's just looks massive. And I'm like, yes, good. You'll be ready to go. Like, so.
Sweet.
Oh wow. Diamonds are $1,800 now.
Yep.
That's crazy. I
Yep.
can buy a lot of blackheads with some
Well,
diamonds.
dude, I was hoping to try to find somebody who wants to trade Ruffies for diamonds, but like, oh God, the diamonds are 18. They're more expensive than a Ruffy right now. So,
Wow.
yeah.
That's pretty crazy. Holy shit.
Yeah, there was
Well,
that
For
adult.
Stardust is
Yeah.
7,500.
It's
There's
an
there's
adult.
where you say
It's an adult
what it's
Stardust.
listed for doesn't necessarily mean what
Right.
it goes for.
What it sells for.
Wow,
There's an adult
okay.
Stardust
I got
listed
you.
for 75. It is huge.
I have
Like-
two of them.
Yeah, but it is.
I'm rich.
I think it.
You should
Female's
retire
huge.
tomorrow, Eric.
It
Yeah.
rivals some of my olive pythons. Just looking at it.
OPs. Oh wow. Oh,
Might
no.
try pyros
Something,
next year
alright.
too.
Yeah.
Forgot about
Oh,
that.
yeah?
Yeah, I got an adult pair when I was doing the Sacramento Reptile Expo, and they're gorgeous.
If you feel like getting rid of those, I would take them.
It's funny. I think that in terms,
You're thinking?
talking about about the trying things on between the pyros and the Egernia. Those are the two that I feel like now I'm just gonna have forever. Like those are the ones that fit like a glove.
Yeah.
I love them. They're amazing.
I'm picking up a pair of Cali Kings, black and whites, and a pair of speckled kings from
Oh,
Key.
cool.
So
Speckleds are gorgeous.
yeah, they're both proven pairs, so they're added to the mix. I feel like I'm
I
leaving
love
corn.
king snakes, man.
Well, that's the thing is, like, I feel like I'm leaving corn snakes by the wayside. I can't keep up with their bullshit, but I keep enjoying more king snakes.
Yeah,
So-
man. I'm with you. The lamps really get me right now. I would
Yeah.
love to have like some locality Rosie Boa stuff.
This will
like-
be I'll end up having 3 breeding pairs of king snakes this year.
That's awesome.
Yeah, my lab albinos, these black and whites, and then the specs. And then I'm like, I like this. I like king snakes better than corn snakes. The clutches are smaller, so like I don't get 20 corn snakes. And the morph shit, like I had snow corn snakes, and now snow corn snakes are like $4 wholesale. And it's like it's not even worth breeding them. Like it's so
Okay, so we
Wow.
finally do have a source of feeder snakes that is on
guess,
par
yeah.
with rodents.
There we go.
Yeah. Eric,
I
that
love
is
that.
insane, man. And I love that it's geotagged just Grand Canyon.
Grand Canyon. Yep.
That's amazing.
Yeah, that was pretty cool to see that for sure.
I
Um,
love the high black pyros. I think it just makes it better.
think
I don't like
pi-
when they don't have blacks.
I think pyros are like, gray bands. Everybody's got their flavor.
Mhm.
Everybody has a gray band flavor that speaks to them more than other ones. I prefer, like you said, I want to see, a pyro that looks like a pyro. I don't want you to kill all the black. I like the black. It's part of the
Yeah.
pyro. So
Makes everything else pop.
yeah, I had one for a while, and then I lost that one, and I never dipped back into them, but I wanted to. So
Yeah,
I
did you
think-
did you keep yours on heat? I'm just keeping mine ambient.
I think I kept it on heat because I put it in the rack, and I think I would do differently now. I think I would keep it separate. Like I have my baby rhinos, I have a corn snake, and my pulchris. Holy hell, that's
Ooh,
high black.
See, Eric, did
Bad.
you? No, you didn't. That was in last year. Dang. Well, next time
What?
you see something like that, just maybe slip it in your pocket.
Just put it in the bag.
Yeah, that was the two of them. They were a
That's-
breeding pair.
That's the greatest thing I've ever seen. That's what I want.
You could have scooped them both up, and they would have had the babies you always wanted.
And
Yeah,
it'd be
they're-
locality.
Yeah,
They were pretty cool. That's a shitty
yeah, it's
pick.
pretty.
No, it
Yeah.
just doesn't get better, in my opinion. Like that's almost as pretty as a Woma. You heard it here.
Yeah, I mean, look at the colors on the thing, man. It pops.
Yeah.
That's where they
Yeah,
were found.
That's a
just
stick.
there,
Yeah,
right on
These
the
are
road.
trees.
That's a stick.
How dare you, sir? Hey,
Tell me I'm wrong.
Williams
Go
there.
ahead.
Anyone else notice that people seem to have later season? Yeah,
Yes.
yes, William, I agree.
People
Yes,
seem
the
to have a
clutches
later
and
season with
ovulations.
ovulations and clutches. It's just part of it is.
I swear it has to do with El Nino.
I think there's that, and then I think there's also like that.
Niño!
There's the Nick Mutton thing where it's like I haven't even freaking tried yet, or I haven't put anything together yet. It's like, well, so the breeding season is just so long, and I think we don't give it credit, especially if the weather is weird.
Mm.
How many of us are calling it quits too early because we had a weird summer or like a weird winter or something like that? So
It's true.
I don't know. I mean, I had roughy eggs in August, but then I also had roughy eggs. Like the one clutch was leaving the incubator as the other one was going in, which seems weird for a species like that. But I've had that with carpets as well. So I don't think it's over until you get to August.
Makes sense.
Okay.
Even then, I
Yeah.
don't think you're done spring breeders until almost October.
Yeah.
By then, it's time to start again.
Yeah,
These
maybe
are
I should have left the blackheads together. Oh well.
I'd rather try, and if it doesn't work out, pull them back, feed them, and then try the same thing next year, rather than try to start changing shit or forcing shit. Because then, if anything, the female's just going to get bigger. You're just going to get more eggs, and they're going to get more used to what you're trying to do. Yes, that's what my Callies are going to look like.
Delicious.
Yes, I like Callies.
Yeah, that was cool to see them.
And that's a Utah Cali, right?
Yes.
Now, Utah, California.
Make
Kingston.
that make sense.
Nothing makes sense.
Yeah. Wait a minute.
You're not supposed to be here.
If it's
Wait
a
a
Utah
minute.
Cali, am I allowed to sell it in Cali for not native species?
Yeah, right.
So is that a big thing in California as far as like California king snakes can't be sold in Cali?
You need the permit. You need the CDFW native species propagation permit, and it doesn't cover all species. Like you can get it for Cali Kings and some other stuff, but you can't get it for like Zonata or other things. It's very specific and selective.
How does California feel about black rat snakes? Because
I don't think they give a shit.
I've been thinking about parting with my black rat snakes, but if I could just breed them and then just send you all the babies, like I could do that too.
Me?
Yes, because I told you about the fear I have being in Pennsylvania is that I saw someone get
Oh yeah.
arrested.
Yeah, it makes sense for you to not have that.
to not put it at a table. Yeah, they gave me permission to have it and to breed it, but I don't know if the guy who's inspecting things at shows is going to be the guy I spoke to many years ago who said I could keep it. So
Right. Yeah.
Mm.
And what happens when they change
right
hands
when they change,
and yeah.
right, exactly. So, but yeah, I'd rather do that. I'll just send you and Alex all of them. That's fine.
Okay.
I'm glad we agreed on that right now.
Work it out.
Yep.
There we go.
I will send you something.
You can't even
As we
threaten me
do.
with Lake Chapala garters anymore.
Oh, I still have some.
Oh, don't
I think I
worry.
have 12.4 still here.
Jesus.
What?
You
You
said-
said 12.4 everywhere.
Do you find that people that buy garter snakes do they try to buy a group because they're a social snake?
How crazy
people-
are they?
Eh,
No.
I've had both.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely folks just get one-offs that want pets. I've had a surprising number of people that just want one female to put in their all-female colony of different garter species. Like they just put
They want to
Like-
just have a smattering of
Mm.
different.
of
Okay.
girls
Huh.
of different species, so they can't make hybrids. But yeah, it's interesting.
Somebody at the last Hamburg had the red ones.
The California or the Oregon?
California.
Nice. Yeah, they're gorgeous.
It
That's one
was
that I
very,
can't
very
tell.
pretty. Yeah.
I've worked with them, but you have to
Can't have
gift
'em.
you have to
Yeah.
gift them, and I think you can't be caught with a possession over a certain number. So like as soon as they have a litter, you might be
Screwed.
infringing on that.
It's like it's copperhead rules over here. You're
Mhm.
allowed to have a copperhead if you have a fishing license, but if it has babies, you're screwed.
That's right. Yeah, the fishing
Yeah.
license is the thing. Mhm.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's what you can have in PA. One copperhead.
One copperhead, one timber. Oh, I'm sorry, it's
Oh,
one
I think
copperhead. I don't know about timbers, but
I think you can.
Um,
Isn't there a season where they go?
yeah, it's a
and you
collection.
can
Yes,
catch-
you can have one
Yeah.
copperhead, one timber per fishing license. So if you had to get per person, but if it has a baby, you're screwed.
Okay. My dad bred copperheads. That's
course
pretty
he
neat
did.
to see them. Yeah.
Of course, you did. Papa Burke is a badass.
He was bummed
He's-
out as
He's down
He
there
had a-
bare knuckle boxing wild ass retics that came out of a crate. And
he's a frog guy now.
it's really, I don't
Let's
understand.
go.
Dude, he's into frogs. Like
He's got his frog and his yeah.
yeah. He's got a leopard gecko. He hates crested geckos.
No one likes crested geckos.
He says
I like crescent.
I don't like any
He's
animal that falls apart intentionally.
he's like, I never see yeah, right. He's like, I never
Oh.
see this thing. It's the worst thing ever.
Screw
I
this
don't
thing.
like them at all. I was like, Dad, they're one of the most popular pets in the reptile trade. Well, they
People
don't know
suck.
nothing about reptiles. They suck.
Ain't that the truth with the big three?
Yeah.
Well, what is it?
Right?
He also has that freaking he's a California king snake that I'm pretty sure at this point is 10 feet long. That he's like, I just dump squirrels on the head and toss them in there with the Cali. It's like Jesus.
Wait, what? Your dad?
No, my dad.
What?
He was catching birds and feeding them to the cow king outside.
I
that he
love
kept
it.
outside.
Everything I
I'm
would
like, Dad, you can't do that. What do you mean I can't do it? This snake
Why?
is
I can do
26
whatever I
years
want.
old. I'm like, well, that's a fair point.
mean, good
don't
point.
really
Yeah,
have
that-
anything
yeah,
to
that- it
argue
is a-
with him. But
listen.
in the book, it said, and he's like, book, schmuck. Says, you
I
got to
am
start
your
doing stuff by
father.
hands and feel and look and like that kind of thing.
Salt of
Not
the
not
earth.
yes.
Your favorite
Yes,
keeper's
yes.
favorite keeper.
Yes, yes.
well, Eric's got all the technology and he's got everything tried it out and planning, and his dad's like, it's good copperhead weather. It's like what?
That's what he is.
I
swear to God.
What?
So my sister is obsessed with plants, and I'm somewhat obsessed with plants to where we have plants in the house and try to grow all these different plants.
Nice.
The most impossible plants to keep. My dad's just like, oh yeah. What do you
Put it
mean?
on the
Just put it in the corner.
Put it
and
on the window.
water it,
I haven't even
you know?
looked at it in 2 months. What?
So I said, Dad, you sound just like Owen. Dude, how did you do this? I don't know. I
No,
just
put
took
the
this boy snake
Boy
with the girl snake.
girl snake in a box and walk away.
It's like, Dad, you're never coming on NPR if you can't get more detailed. He's like, what do you want me to say? I just put it in the corner and I water it. I'm like, okay.
But what was the humidity? What phase of the moon is it in when he waters
Yes,
it?
he's like, you're
Yeah.
overthinking things, kid.
Thank you.
I saw a chart for plants that's like, is your plant doing well? No. Are you watering it? If the answer is yes, do that less. If the answer is no, water it.
Do that.
That's him.
Yeah.
Well, now
The
they
one
have
trick he did give me is to water the plants from
From
below.
below? Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. I've dabbled a little bit more lately. I have a butterwort, Pinguicula, which eats all the
Okay.
little fruit flies and like lures them in.
Oh, there
Yep.
you go.
And
Yep.
but I have to water it from below with distilled water because
Yes.
the water here
Yes.
is like super hard and would
we
kill
tried
it.
that and we killed every single one that we got.
So far, so good. But
That I've murdered those plants. I just got fly strips instead. But
well, there's that.
yeah, Melissa's got an app that she can take a picture of the plant and it tells you
Yes.
what to do to fix it. And
Yes.
she's
Nice.
now
I have that same app.
I love it that I don't have to really mow too much in the backyard anymore. Half of it's morts. And then
Yeah.
Melissa has taken over the other half as a garden. So I just have to get the lawnmower to the front yard, do the front yard, and then get it in the back again. So
Okay. What
Yeah.
What are you doing in the garden? Food for you or food for Mort? Or both?
there's some food for people, a lot less than there is for tortoise. But yes, there is
okay.
both, but
I've been doing
more
the
more
same thing.
tortoise. And then there's other plants that are just fun. So like she's got elephant ears that are growing like crazy out on the back deck right now.
Okay.
It's my backyard went from being like single guy. There's a grill and like maybe 2 chairs to now like some sort of fairy world garden with lights and fountains
fun.
and plants
That's
fucking
fun.
everywhere. And I'm
Yep.
just I bring my lawnmower out and I take out a light and she's like, "Oh, what the hell?" I'm like, "I don't fucking know." So yeah, that's
So I'm on a mission to see how much food I can produce on a miniature balcony in Oakland.
you would be
And-
surprised
Oh,
because
yeah.
yeah,
If I had like more time and money, it could be a lot. But I've got blueberries going, and I've
Nice.
got multicolored
shit.
string beans, and like I pick the bean leaves and feed those and the blueberries to the Agernia, and then like it's fun. It's awesome.
she
That's
will
cool.
Yeah.
rip up the plants. She'll like blanch them or whatever, and then she'll vacuum seal them. So in wintertime, you just pull out this bok choy, open the
Mm,
bag, and throw it at the tortoise. And he
That's
just
a
eats
favorite
it.
of mine.
And
It's a good green.
but also like all the churches in our
I
area
like bok choy.
are just like,
Delicious.
here's a plant. So she came home with like 14 different tomato plants.
Nice.
Really?
Yep.
I'm running 3 different varieties of tomatoes this year. We'll see how they go.
Well, we do that,
Jersey?
and then we also
No Jersey.
No Jersey tomato?
Jersey.
Okay.
I think
cherries. It's
I'd have to
easy.
get back to you on that. One
Okay.
of them is the little tiny yellow ones, the like
Cherries.
yellow cherries, but
Yeah.
and then
Yeah, they're not Jersey.
maybe like a beef steaky heirloom guy. and
Yeah,
then
yeah,
something that's in the middle. It's like a early something.
But you know,
There's
we
something about
also-
the soil that makes Jersey tomatoes really good. It's that like sandy soil. That
the aggression of New York, but not it's close enough away that it only gets a little bit.
Grr.
Yeah, exactly.
Jersey- New Jersey people are a little aggressive.
I'm
little
being
bit,
a tomato here.
Yeah, it's Mike Curtin. In
Listen
tomato
over
form.
here. I'm telling
Yeah.
you what you're talking about.
That was pretty
Yeah.
good.
So we also just trade vegetables with family and shit. It's slowly
Wow.
becoming a hippie commune over here. So
Oh, wow. Okay.
that
Wow,
and
I
and
didn't
that and
realize.
Jim's
That's the way to be, brother.
Jim's fight for inflation is he keeps buying like a whole half of a cow and giving them out to people.
Oh, man.
So
Take
Talk
that.
about
yeah,
inflation.
exactly. I don't-
Dude, every day I got to get a
I'm not
freaking
negotiating
preach
with him.
to about
You know,
you
Eric,
know,
it's
the
your fault.
price of food. It's like, dude, I buy food too. I
Yeah,
know.
I need to eat also.
Like, I know.
They don't just give it to me. It's just
Why don't you yell at the people that control the price of it? I don't. Like,
Yep.
It's just like,
Yep.
oh my god, like I'm tired of hearing.
I will say that
get
I went to that farmer's
You should
market
take
where I
the 14 bags of chips out of your cart and no,
Get
no, no,
one
just
thing
get
here.
aggressive.
Nah, you make the prices. It's your fault. It's definitely not all the other bad things that happen in the world.
Yeah, right. Sorry, Owen.
no, it's
I was
the,
ranting and I went over
no,
top.
you're good.
of you.
It's I went to the farmer's market where I get the snake stuff, like their food, the extra things, the
Yes.
chicken hearts, the chicken
Yes.
hearts, chicken necks, the frog legs, all the fish and stuff like that.
Mm.
And
Right.
I was able to fill that cart like up, and it was like $100. And I'm like, oh well, hell, I should maybe come back here for people. But
For people.
it's like- they
Yeah.
looked at me odd when I left.
Yeah, you'd be
left
lucky
her.
if you could fill a cart for two for $100.
Mhm.
Oh man, yeah. That'll last 3
I
days.
can't imagine one.
Tops.
Oh, but dude, the fish I got like small. I don't even know what people would eat this dish with. They're small little fish, like maybe the size of my
Smelts?
finger.
Little
No, they're
silver
like
side
yellow,
kinda guys.
Sardines?
I guess,
No.
but they're the size of my finger.
The
They're
yellow kind of translucent.
kind of. Yeah. They have their heads on, and I'm like, I don't understand what people are eating this. And they were all
You deep
know,
fry those.
Yeah.
You know, the styrofoam things that you have like meat that usually goes on top and is wrapped up.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That packed full of them, and they're like $5.
That's
and I have
very
a shit
popular
ton.
for a lot of different Asian cuisine.
The
Yeah.
hog nose loved them, as do several of my other species. So
You're talking to two former fishmongers.
That's right.
there.
I was just gonna say one
I have realized that because I'm just like, I don't know, it was a fish this big, and you're like throwing names at me. I'm like, I don't know, but the freaking false water cobras made short work of it. Like
I
it
think
was
I
fish.
think the hardest fish I ever had to cut was called a triggerfish. That was the
Mm.
hardest one.
Dang, you cut a triggerfish?
Don't they have the
Wow.
scalpels?
I had to fillet it out.
I'm
yeah.
triggered. Ah. That's crazy. I've never seen one of those in a counter. I've seen them in the water, but that's cool. The craziest fish that I ever had to cut was monchong.
Ooh, I never
hell
even
is
heard of
that?
that.
Ever seen
Monchong.
monchong? It's like a
Mm-mm.
pull up a picture, Eric. Come on. It's this
Monchong, okay.
crazy deep sea fish. It's like jet black with a giant eye, and just the structure doesn't make sense. Like there's not meat where you would think it is. The meat's where you wouldn't think it would be. It's hard to cut. It's got a big bone for no reason in the middle.
It kind of looks like a triggerfish.
Melissa
Hey.
said she used to go down to those the lionfish down in Florida.
Ooh.
They used to have whole big cook-off things, and then I think they're poisonous, so you have to do it
Mhm.
like the right way. Holy hell,
Monchong.
that is
Yeah.
huge.
Yeah, that whole lateral line, Eric, was like bony. It was weird.
Oh wow, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Huh.
Hey, they've had whole black cod at Costco lately. It's like $20 for the whole fish. That's
Well,
been
that's
a
the thing
good
is-
deal.
So there's all this stuff, and then they have the salmon heads, which is like
Ooh.
king salmon heads. So it's this freaking big. I don't have a
large.
snake big enough. Like I could probably feed that to my retic, but Jesus Christ, like
When I was working at the vivarium and the fish counter at the same time, I would bring fish scraps in, and
Mhm.
the monitors would have a happy day.
oh yeah.
That's the Mong Chung fillet.
Monchong. It's delicious.
Yeah. What's it taste like?
You ever had orange roughy?
Yes.
It's a little roughy,
that.
like very thick flakes, nice
Okay.
firm white fish when you cook it up.
Nice.
Mm.
Yeah. I don't miss cutting fish.
It messed my wrist up. Like
Yeah, mine too.
a few weeks
Cold.
before I had to play guitar, I'd be like, I'm not cutting fish for the next 2 weeks.
Yeah. Yeah, I moved out of that department as fast as I could because
You
Of
smell
my
like
guitar
shit.
playing.
Your wrist hurts. It's
Yeah.
all fucked up.
it's terrible. Terrible. Dear Owen.
Mm. I never had to do that.
so-
Yep.
No, I was showing you this picture. We were talking about the Grand Canyon, but I was showing you this picture earlier because this is where we walked.
No.
Wait,
Right there.
No.
what?
No.
That's like the trail. The
No, that's
trail
not a
goes
trail.
around-
That is a cliff face. No.
Well, yeah, it kind of like
Rob
at
tried to
parts there
kill
was.
you.
Nah. he
Yeah,
wouldn't
yeah.
kill me.
Rob tried to kill you.
Nah, he knows my limits
Does
better
he?
than I do. Yeah, I think he does. I don't know.
I think he has a general idea and he would like to not kill you, but I think we've come close a couple times.
A couple times, yes.
Yeah,
yes.
I think it's. I think maybe we need to
When we
push
get
that
to trip
line back
10,
a little bit. Yeah,
when we get to
it's,
trip 10 and
yeah.
we get some dodgy areas, I might be a little more careful
I don't,
because I've used up 2 of the 9 lives. so,
lives. Yeah, yeah.
But
That's
I,
insane.
yeah, it was pretty cool though.
It's not a
It was really-
trail. That is not a trail.
I didn't really see anywhere for your feet to go besides
Yeah.
down.
Yeah,
Well, you're kind of walking just straight down the whole time. It's
and he
kinda
said
weird.
he said his feet were like this almost like.
Mm,
Yeah,
that's right.
Now I
Yes.
understand what women feel like wearing high heels all the time.
Even
It's
then,
just like,
no,
it's
dude,
terrible.
no.
I'm like, why do they do this? Like, why are you doing this to your feet?
Did you ask Dory when you got home? Why the hell you do that? It's like, no.
Didn't let you go to the half mile, 800 feet incline. Yeah, 100%. I don't know. We went all over the map tonight. We talked
Yeah.
fish cutting.
I
we
don't
talked,
understand how that. And why does Nipper like this so much?
I don't know.
Because we're fun.
It's like his breeding episode. He's like, oh, it's like a warm blanket. I'm like, what warm blanket? What are you talking about?
Yeah. Yeah,
Well,
I
you
guess
want
we'll
to
be
throw
doing
up
that
those,
soon. Huh?
those
Yeah.
pictures that we wanted to touch on?
Well, you already did mine by
Oh, yeah.
you got there too early.
Never
Yeah.
mind. Oops.
Oh,
It's
wait.
all right.
We have,
But
what do you call it, too? Right?
well, we should put it up because I alluded to it at the beginning of the show. So if you remember
allude
when I
to a lot
said
of
we're going to
things.
talk, hey, man,
What?
well, remember when I
What?
said we're going
What?
to talk about black pythons, but not that kind of black pythons? I was talking about
Yes. Trying to get
Melanistic
it to come up.
Brettles pythons.
He's trying to
Ah.
So what
time
do you
it
think?
so that Eric puts the picture up right when he's done talking. But then it's just
I
not
know.
happening. He's like, we're gonna talk about
there it is.
Brettles.
Mr. Ben Frame is making Brettles that look like Bull and I.
It's still not up. What is going
No,
on?
yeah,
there?
no. This has been hard.
Okay.
Like,
Everybody, close your eyes.
it's been like the
and
drum
listen
roll and
to
the
the sound
curtain's
of
still
my
not
voice.
moving.
I can't
Imagine a Brettles python, but it's
But black.
black.
but imagine a Brettles python,
Let's
but
try
not
this.
a Brettles python.
Is your inner monologue saying, wait till it sheds? I hear that. Well, guess
Listen,
what? This one
I
is
bel-
clearly many sheds in.
There it is. I believe
Yeah.
I said that when Ben first hatched it. Was
Probably.
like,
You
well, let's
did.
see how it sheds.
You did.
And now we're at the point
And
where I
now
will
look,
agree.
Owen.
Yeah, that thing's crazy.
So
Dark as shit.
what do you think's going on?
Well,
You
would it
think
be
it's
true
something?
melanism if you still see the other colors on it?
I don't think so.
Ah,
But you
Travis!
get blackheads, right?
Travis!
Yeah,
Travis
right.
can't. Travis isn't here. What Travis does now
Travis
is he's-
cannot help you.
Travis is on a 24-hour delay, so he's going to send a message to me and Eric,
Yes.
probably by Monday,
Yeah.
telling us what's going on, what he thinks going on, and what we said wrong. Which I do
Well,
appreciate.
I
Travis.
think
Thank you very
it's-
Oh
much.
yeah, absolutely.
Not
Yeah.
like a. I don't think it's like a recessive
I
thing. Like
that's
that.
the
I
other
think
thing
it's
is
polygenic, probably.
that's what I would. Put
Here's a
it. Now,
question.
is
Oh,
it
go ahead,
breedables?
No, go ahead, Owen.
No, is it breedable? So
listen.
now the next step is
Right.
take it to the most. All right. So now, do you take it to a really, really dark bread eye, or do you take it to the opposite end and try to cross it with something that is very red, and then see what the babies do?
I think
Is
you
it-
just.
or if it's a boy, you do both.
I think
and
it's
see what
going to be a line breeding thing.
Yeah.
That's what I was going to say. So
Yeah.
my question was, there was a question in the pick of the week this week about wild versus
Oh, the
captive.
Brettles thing. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Ah,
my
yes.
thought is, my thought is, it's like, wouldn't this kind of be like a jungle carpet type of deal where you're just sort of like, maybe the lines we have, certain lines will lend itself towards darker, and then
Yeah.
perhaps this is an exaggeration of that, and you could continue to take this similar to the ivories or the, you know,
Oh, I think at one
I think
point,
of all the short tail pythons that Keith and Matt do. And,
yeah.
Um,
I think
don't
if we're
know.
talking jungles, at one point during the breedings from the 90s, you hit an animal like this, which was like the cornerstone of really dark black and yellow jungles and stuff like that. So the next step would be line breeding and seeing just how far you could get it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
100%. I agree. I
It's
think,
cool.
yeah, just
I
different,
don't think it's going to
different
set.
paths.
I
Yeah.
don't think it's going to set the Brettle world on fire. Like, you're not going to be able to now get a black stonewash somehow. Like, I don't think it would really even kind of play to this thing's strengths to mix it with other mutations.
I would try to get the cream to be lighter, like the cream.
That would be cool.
spots,
Yeah,
You know,
that would be cool.
along
That's
with
when it's
trying
a
to make it darker. Yeah, right.
That's when
I
it's
can't
an ivory
afford them,
jungle.
so I
Yeah.
will make them.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
super
it's a cool project though. Really
Yeah,
cool.
it's a fun project, and after seeing what Nick did with the ivories, where it's like he laid it all out, and he's like, "Oh yeah, I've been breeding these things for 18
Let's make
fucking
sure we
years."
give Ryan some credit for them too, because Ryan
Yeah.
was the one that originated that project.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oops.
Oh, you didn't know
I
that part.
didn't
Oh,
know
right.
that. How cool.
Let the cat out of the bag there. Oops.
Yeah.
Yep.
The goat. Yeah, I don't know. I hope he can do something with it. I think it's
Yeah.
cool. I think I like personally, I like these kind of projects because it's not,
It reminds
it's
me.
something it takes some work and thought
Yeah.
and planning,
Yep.
and it's not like just producing a jag or something like that.
It reminds me of your poison ivy stuff.
Yeah. But they don't have those cream bands going
Yeah.
on.
This will be
That
the year.
stuff
that you're gonna do that.
I
right?
hope so, man. I'm tired of having these things and like similar to Lucas, similar to you with your womas, my clutches of poison ivies was like
Boys.
12.1 2
Damn.
years in a row. So it's like all these fucking boys.
That's
And he
Not
didn't
fun.
let any of them go.
Not a one.
Not a single one.
None,
He's
none
like
of them.
24.2. Like it's
It's crazy. Yeah. Takes up a lot of space. But they are in racks, unfortunately, because what do you
that'd be a whole room if you had them in cages.
so
yeah, that makes sense.
Can I borrow an IJ pair to breed this year so I can cross that off this list? You're not doing
No,
it.
don't let him have it.
Yes, Eric,
Wait,
let me
you're
have
gonna
it.
give me olives so I can tick them, and you're gonna take
Yeah,
an
we'll
IJ
just
so you can
swap.
tick
Yeah,
'em?
it's
Okay.
crisscross. It's fine.
That'll
Yeah.
work.
Don't let him have it.
Shut up, you.
No, don't let them.
Make him suffer.
I'm just gonna go buy Crystal Emmys.
I must do it before him.
Oh,
Yeah,
no,
I have
definitely gonna
a
do it.
I got this.
Now I'm definitely gonna do it.
Fuck.
I do have a pair. From they were wild from Dan that through Dustin. So
Go
I'll be
on.
getting those. Those are really nice.
Ooh.
And then
I mean,
I did
last
get
time-
a female that this is what I'm hoping to do next year. I do have
Yeah.
a female that I got from Ish that is very dark. And I'm
Nice.
seeing if I can try to get something out of that. So we'll see.
I mean, I would say that it would be fun to race Lucas to like IJ's, but the last time he and I raced, I succeeded and he sold them.
I quit
So-
the race. I wasn't on the track anymore.
He quit halfway through.
He's like, nah, I'm not. I'm
I'm
doing
like,
this."
first one to Volkswagen Cobra. Oh, I sold those. Ah,
No, I didn't want
Uh.
to. I wanted to play, but the female, remember, she had some kind of like a stomach tumor or something.
right.
and then-
Right.
So
Yeah.
I'll send you more apparently because I think I got her.
okay.
Grab it again. Yeah, I'll send you more.
Is the market even there for them anymore?
Down to
I'm just
4.
kidding.
I
I'm
had
just
I had 16
That Zach
false water-
Loafman killed the
Yeah, that
market.
dirty Zach Loafman. I had 16 babies last year, and I'm down to
Uh-huh.
4.
Okay,
3 boys and a
that's
girl.
good. It's good. I guess it's good.
I guess. It's
How do you
something.
approach selling those with like them being rear vang? I think I
Deli
asked you
cup.
this.
You tell
before.
people it's the best pet snake, and
Ever?
Well, you gotta watch.
just
'cause
don't handle it.
Well, there's some people.
they'll handle
Don't
it
let
every day.
bite you.
Yeah, touch it. Like poke it in the head. It loves that. There's
Do
some
not
people.
boop the snoot.
So we talked about it with the Mad Hog, where it's like people tend to be surprised when I say that the Mad Hogs are rear fangs because they don't associate it. When the name of the animal is false water cobra, people automatically assume it's extremely dangerous and give
Even
it
with the
way
word
more.
false.
Yeah. So,
These people are silly.
but a lot of people who are interested in them are interested in them because they know what it is. So it's not a lot of hand holding, but there is still
Right.
people who come up and they're like, I think it was like 2 shows ago where somebody's like, I had to find somebody who will let their false water cobra bite me so I can see how I react. And I'm like, please get away. Please go. please. Like, I believe the thing, I think, because I tend to not suffer fools very well, especially when it's in a public setting near my animals. So I believe I said, well, it ain't going to be here. I don't know what's going on with that. So yeah, you have that kind of stuff where some people don't give it the proper weight, in my opinion.
Right.
But obviously I think I have on the website that you need to check your local laws about it, because I think in some places they are a listed animal that you can't have, again, because cobra is in their name and somebody circled it.
Not if
So-
it's a Brazilian smooth snake. It's not.
That is what is on every box that leaves. So, like,
Yeah.
because again, I don't want a box to go through FedEx that says Cobra on
Yeah,
it.
no, 100%. I did the same thing.
Jesus,
That's
yeah,
a good
so
idea. Yeah. I didn't even think
It's a
about
Brazilian
that. Holy
smooth
shit.
snake.
Brazilian smooth snake. Yep.
Ah, I like that.
Yep.
Very cool. Mhm.
But that's just
Well-
that's just it. You gotta set somebody up for success, but understand that my ability to make sure you're doing the right thing ends when you walk away with the animal.
Gotcha. Okay.
It's in the terms of service.
Oh God, yeah. Oh hell yeah.
Yes, of course, of course.
Oh
of
God,
course.
yeah.
which they never read.
No.
Yeah, who reads anything? You just agree to give everything away and you don't even know it. Yeah. Okay.
My
agreed.
favorite is when people are like, "So then I have to pay shipping?" Yeah, I already have it. I don't know why. Like I don't. It doesn't need to go anywhere. I don't need to pay for it to go anywhere. You wish to purchase it, and then you must get your snake to you.
We got to work on your customer service skills.
That's fantastic.
I don't think so. I
customer
think
service.
it's good.
I think it's great
Uh,
because you know what?
no, Owen,
They either
Owen is the
do
only
it or
one that
leave.
can get away with being like, he's just very blunt. Like, no, well, the snake is here.
When you're a
You want
hammer,
it there.
everything's a nail. Okay,
I
So
don't need to
it's-
make it come here.
Sometimes you need to be a blunt instrument with people. You know.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, we had one of those recently, but I'll tell you off air.
Very
But
good.
selling snakes is
Not
is,
fun.
Hate it.
a whole thing.
It's a whole thing for sure.
Yep.
All right. Well, I think we already did it. We're back. Carpets and Coffee's back. Everything seems to be falling back in line. Podcast released this week. Colluvid Fest released this week. NPR is back on schedule.
Tune in next week and see if the whole ship goes tumbling down again.
Well, I don't know. I can't get any worse for me in life.
Why'd you
I
say
mean,
that?
I
Knock
think
on
I've
wood
been
right
through
now.
The dark.
Yeah.
no.
No, God damn it.
I've ran out of things. Unless
Yep.
it's me that's next.
I was saying. Rob finished the job. Yeah.
Yes. So don't forget I'm gonna give the shout out to Cold Blooded Cafe.
Mhm.
Caffeine.
Caffeine.
Both.
Yes.
All of it.
Yes. I say cafe because I want to go to the Cold Blooded facility and have a coffee with them. You know? So I think of like this little cafe.
You think
where
of
we can
a
sit and talk
cafe, but it's
snakes.
not.
Yes.
Yeah.
Cold Blooded
Um,
Caffeine. I'm gonna order the Bowl and Python coffee right after we get off of here,
Excellent.
and give it a try. I'll let
And
you know how it
speaking
is.
Of Cold-Blooded Cafe, I just got 2 boxes from them in the mail the other day and filled up
Ooh.
my freezer full of wonderful, wonderful food that will now probably be eaten and shit out by the numerous serpents that I have here. I also have shit for Eric here. So
Yes,
um,
I have to get
great
there.
stuff. And then if you want 20% off, use code MPR20 to
Mhm.
get that, and you can use it one time for your first order. But they have another code which is free shipping off any order over $250, which is FS250. So if you have an order over 250, put that in there and you'll get free shipping. I believe you can use that multiple times, so that's a good one. I know they're adding quail and a bunch of other stuff, and they are running specials. So go check that stuff out.
So NPR 20 first order.
First
I'll put
order.
this in the show
Yep.
notes. FS 250
Yep.
is free
Gets
shipping.
free shipping off anything above
order
order
250.
250. Yep,
Okay. And I think they had some kind of summer sale
they
this
do.
weekend. Yeah.
And
so-
you can add the codes on top of the summer sale. So if they have a sale and you get more than what you would normally get, and your order is over 250, then you get free shipping too. So it's like, holy shit!
it's a win-win-win.
Oh my god, yeah.
Yes.
Get it all.
Yeah, you can follow us on the networks.
And Twitters,
Instagram,
yeah,
Twitters, X's, Facebooks.
the Patreons,
YouTube.
and all the internet
Patreons,
clubs you kids
yes.
like so much. Yeah,
I got to go back to the Discord. I have been
Oh, yeah.
slacking on the Discord
it's
as
been.
of late, but
I haven't been.
I hope
Again,
you
I
guys have
still
been
have
there.
not yet posted on
Oh.
the Discord. I just
oh,
lurk.
come on, man. You don't
No.
even go on the Patreon.
Nope.
You got to help me out there because
I can
you
do
know,
the Patreon.
like,
I can help you with the Patreon.
I feel bad that we're posting shows and stuff over there, but like I got to get more.
We have to do the
there
we have to do the show. We have to do the
Yep.
Patreon show, and we can do some other stuff. We can do things. We
Yeah.
need to have a meeting, the three of us. Yes, Lucas, you can
okay.
come too. So,
Yes, very well.
Yippee!
very good.
Look at that blackhead. All right. Okay.
Where?
All right. That's all I got. I don't know. Lucas, you got anything? Where can people find you?
There.
And you were on Project Terpsiculture?
Yeah,
that's gonna
I
come
did
out
that.
sometime soon.
Yeah, I think it's gonna come out a week from today. Really fun conversation. Those guys are
cool.
they're sharp. It was funny. It kind of got very like broad and philosophical, and we're like, what are we gonna call this episode? So I think the name we settled on was "What color pill is this?" I hope
Nice.
that's what they end up naming it, because it's a good one for the conversation. But yeah, look out for that. Anything with me is going to be at Centralian, like the Python Exotics, CENTRALIAN. Been practicing that.
Nice.
And I have nothing for you unless you want garter snakes. So that's
Stay
what's
tuned.
up.
Come on, they're a hot commodity now. There is no more coming. Jump on them now. This is it. It's a final sale.
I'm pretty
Right.
sure if you buy all of them now, you will be a millionaire in 4 years. Yep.
There you
will,
go.
will the garter snakes make me a millionaire, or am I?
Yeah,
Gonna...
oh yeah.
find a
But
lottery
only if
ticket?
you act fast.
Oh, okay.
Yes, have to do it now, right?
Do it now.
Gotta do it now.
God damn it,
All right.
man! There's no time.
All the
That's what I
money's
feel
in
like.
snakes. That's why I have so much of it.
Yes.
Stop
$1 million
giving them
in
peeks
snakes.
behind the curtain. Jesus.
Yes.
Um,
So thanks everybody for coming and hanging out
Yep.
with us, and hopefully we'll see you in 2 weeks. In the meantime,
go away.
Yeah. I was waiting for a bye or something.
No, what? No. We're done. Closing shot.
Bye, bye, bye,